Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Not-so-solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. It's Scenario 2 of the fan campaign Souls of Darkness. Wendy and Rex. Ugh. Wendy and Rex survived their time at the auction house. We're going to be hearing a bit more about that in just a moment. But they're going to be continuing to explore the mystery, and I can't do that alone. No, I cannot, because today I am joined by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
How's it
Hello.
going?
Hi. Great. I just noticed that some of the artifacts are on the side here, but we'll get to that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I think those are the... I wanted to save them because they're... I wanted to make sure they were safe to put in our decks because you probably... it would be hard for me to find them again. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. And we don't know what the scenario says. So.
That is very true. Arkham Librarian asks an excellent question, which I would love to answer in the form of a recap of last session so that we can try to kind of get ourselves back up to speed. As always, of course, we're going to see about getting ourselves back up to speed in terms of the story. And then we actually have a little interlude to do that we didn't do at the end of last stream because it was already running quite late, I think, last time. But then we'll do it now in the intro for Scenario 2, which is called Feast of Flesh.
Yum.
I was gonna say I'm obviously not particularly excited about the implications there, but I guess we'll see. Do I need to fix my... I just need to fix my camera really quick. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I'll just do this, I think. There you go. See?
What?
Easy
The
peasy.
Curtains? Not the bloody curtains.
Not the bloody curtains, blood. What? The good. Oh, God. Actually, I really need to watch that again. Oh God.
I just want to sing.
No, not like that, not like that. Well, none of that here. It's great stuff. Nope. Yep. I have nothing more to say about Monty Python other than obviously wonderful sketch group. I think I only know how to do British accents because of them, which is why the Dr. Surgeon sounds an awful lot like John Cleese. I don't really know what to say. Hi, Mistrich. Thank you for the subscription, and welcome back, of course, to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Well, I'm not saying morning because he only said morning scoots.
It's very
no morning for me.
Yeah,
fine.
No, fine. You don't get one either. Oh, there it is. There you go. You get your
Hello.
own, a private one. A private morning bun. A private morning bun, I feel like, would probably have cinnamon on it.
Yeah. Or a Chicago sex act. Anyway.
Yes, right. Gross. But fair. Good. It's a good point. Oh God. Okay. I want to answer Arkham Librarian's question. I also want to answer Blanky Cat's question from earlier, which was what happened last stream, or the end of last stream. So I would love for us to do a quick recap of the events of last stream. Pay no attention to that double, alert here, guys. Okay. Last time on Doomed, we played Scenario 1 of Souls of Darkness, which is called Paid in Blood. Here's the story so far, and I will take the section that I know, Crosshair, and I will leave you in charge of Wendy's story.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, hi, Eric Gwen. Oh, shh. She's quietly lurking. Don't tell anyone. Or, well, at least, I'll do my best, Crosshair, but you can toss in some details if I've missed anything. The famed von Schreiber estate, the Mr. von Schreiber, Lord von Schreiber, I don't know who the guy is, he passed away, and so his collection of mysterious relics from all over the world were being auctioned off in Arkham, bringing with it a variety of wealthy, eccentric folks from all over the world. Rex Murphy, cursed reporter who just can't do anything right. He just can't do anything right. There it is. Was tasked by his colleague, May O'Brien, to go and cover the auction. Rex also took it upon himself to maybe he'd buy himself a little trinket as well. Who knows? At the auction, he managed to make a few acquaintances. He managed to impress a few people. He managed to buy a couple things at the auction. One of the things he bought, however, was then stolen by like some thieving urchin. Too bad for him. He ran into some old friends, and then because he believed something sinister was going on, convinced the owner of the auction to let him into the warehouse, in which he found a number of dead bodies and a crazed man, drinking the blood of some of these corpses. So Rex was then basically just beaten black and blue by a number of goons and gangsters. They all, I guess, took him to be either a reporter or a threat of some kind. But he managed to escape with his life. Not the least of which because some mysterious figure appeared from the darkness and basically just blew them all away, destroyed all of his assailants. He managed to escape with his life. And May O'Brien, his friend, is thankfully still alive. So he walked away with a couple of relics that he had, bought and paid for. And that's about it for his story in Scenario 1. He was questioned by the police, but they didn't find him no wrongdoing or anything. Yeah, and Blanky Cat, yes, please, more deets in the chat, please. That sounds awesome. It was a bit roundabout, Crosshair, I'm sorry, but I think that's about it for Scenario 1 for Rex.
Yeah.
Because Wendy had her own kind of track through the auction. What can you tell us about Wendy Adams' journey?
Well, Wendy was doing her thing, walking around the streets of Arkham as she does, because nobody watches over the kids at the Adams family. Not the Adams family, but Adams family.
Right. Very important distinction.
Yeah. They believe in freedom. So, because they believe in freedom, Wendy freely entered totally legitimately into the auction house because there was a lot of people there, so she was interested. Also, she lost her cat. Or so she claims. And, well, she talked to some boring people, talked to some less boring people, convinced both of them to leave. I guess a good thing. And then when the bad guys appeared, she basically started stabbing and blood magicking them to bloody mists, and then apparently saved Rex in the mean process of it.
No doubt completely unintentionally.
Yeah, for Rex it was a horrible murderous night full of screams and horror, and for Wendy it was Tuesday.
There it is. I would like to point out as well my favorite one of my favorite images from the end of last stream, which was Rex being hauled away downtown for questioning, and he's like, just my luck, rats. And he looks out the cop car window, and there's creepy ass Wendy Adams standing on the steps of the auction house, just like holding her cat, waving at him. Bye-bye. See you again. Very good. Blanky Cat, yes. My channel is probably the best place to talk deets about anything you're working on, Arkham related, or even not, because it's just unofficially become the Arkham Horror LCG channel, which is fine, because what else am I using it for, really? Yeah, that's probably the best place, Biff the Boss. Alternatively, there are channels. The Random Room is just random stuff, if you would rather there. Crunch and Fluff are reserved for, like, rules and lore kind of discussions, respectively. So if you had any sort of discussion you wanted to have about, say, rules or mechanics in your game, it might make its way into the crunch channel eventually. That was a lot of info all at once, but I'm sure it'll be okay.
You'll find your way.
Yeah, exactly. That is where we're at in the scenario, or in the campaign so far. So to answer Arkham Librarian's question from way back in the day, are Rex and Wendy currently kind of like working towards the same goal? And I would say no. They haven't even really met.
Yeah, they barely said hello.
Barely, yeah. I would imagine they will probably find a reason to team up in this scenario, because otherwise it's going to be a very odd campaign where they just kind of keep crossing paths, doing the same things but not working together.
Yeah, kind of like Fifth Element, where the bad guy and good guy never meet.
That Crosshair, famously, Liz and I hadn't seen it for a long time, and then Aragwen kept demanding we see it. Anyway, we eventually watched it, and yeah, that I remember that really struck me as well. It's a great film and it's a wild ride, but considering some of the tropes that are played on in the movie, the idea that like this hero and this villain would never even cross paths doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's just a crazy film. Today, my friends, we're gonna do... Oh, yes?
And forgot to add that Wendy also bought, in quotation marks, a lot of artifacts.
Yes, good. A good point. I think we'll review, if they're still out of your deck, Crosshair. We'll review them just to remind ourselves what they are. I believe at the end of last scenario it said, well, yeah. So at the end of last scenario we had the option we could donate artifacts to the museum or keep them for ourselves. Wendy managed to thieve one and then not get caught stealing, which is great. Liberating. Of course. Wendy, obviously being the generous soul that she is, did donate a couple relics to the Miskatonic Museum, which earned us each an XP, which was lovely. But then we kept the remainder, so we'll have a look at those. But I believe, Crosshair, we'll just, I guess, check before we, decide. But I think it said at the end of last scenario, like, they are now a part of your deck. They go in, they don't count towards your deck limit, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. However, today is going to be an interlude, and then Scenario 2, Feast of Flesh. We had some XP. We spent some XP. I'm always loath to talk too much about it pre-stream, because I like to sort of see if it comes up story-wise. However, I will pull out the relics I bought, or have, just to show them off. Up. So, Rex, being famously kind of cursed with bad luck, had a great feeling from this old Roman coin, which was described as lucky, but he felt a pull to it as well. This is a one-cost asset that is fast and slotless, and it essentially has an ability where if it's in play, you may commit it to a skill test as if it were in your hand, and it cancels a bunch of tokens and kind of allows you to not automatically pass a test, but it gives you a nice chance of passing, which is nice. RJ, hello! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Rex also took home this, I don't know what this is exactly. Like, a veil goes over your face, right? Okay, so I guess an article of clothing. Wendy gave this to him to help him hide? Oh, good point, Flower. I'm going to check that in a second. The Crimson Veil is a one-cost body slot asset that says, after you evade an enemy, exhaust the Crimson Veil, move to a connecting location. So it kind of, in my mind, it says, it's sort of like the invisibility cloak in Harry Potter. You put it on, and you could kind of get away. An excellent point, Flower. I had forgotten about that. I believe it's no fortune cards. Is this a fortune card? No, thank goodness. So we're keeping it. But that's Rex and the cards that he took. Wendy Adams has a bunch of stuff happening over here. Would you like to talk us through any things that she picked up?
Yeah, first of all, she picked up the Adams Family cookbook, as she calls it, the Sanguine Lexicon. Blood Rituals of Rilgos.
Ooh.
With a nice chicken noodle soup recipe. It's
delicious bloody chicken noodle soup.
It's basically a cursed tome that uses 3 blood, and you can exhaust it and spend a blood, then you draw a card, then discard up to 2 cards, and for each card you can gain 1 resource or spend 1 resource to deal 1 damage to an enemy at your location. And it does not provoke attacks of opportunity, which is nice.
Yeah, this is very similar to a tome called the Occult Lexicon, which I feel like maybe it was Daisy someone had access to. It's got a similar effect. But yeah, there you go. Cool. Okay.
It's the lexicon that Rex thought he bought but didn't.
But didn't, because it was stolen.
Yeah, liberated.
Well, yeah.
And from the warehouse, Wendy liberated the heroic blade when no one was looking, which is a blessed, again, a lot of blessed items, weapon that has a fight action, and you can use agility instead of fight, which is nice for Wendy, because Wendy has 1 fight.
But you could still choose to use fight.
Yeah,
anyway, sorry,
yeah. And you get +1 skill value, and it deals +1 damage. So it's a nice blade.
Agreed.
And then it has a 3 action fight action. You must move to a connecting location, engage an enemy, and then attack it. Add your agility to your skill value for this attack. This attack deals +3 damage.
Wow. So this triple action fight is like either running into the next room to like Superman punch stab somebody or something to that effect. It's a absolutely wild run and swing situation.
Yeah, it's less of a stab, more of a rush stab.
Exactly.
Then, as Wendy was taking care of or discussing things with the thugs that were stealing stuff, she also liberated a couple of items from them, among the other stuff that she threw into the bin at the museum. Like, it's a ancient keepsake, another blessed charm. When you would take direct damage or direct horror from a scenario card, exhaust the ancient keepsake, you may treat direct damage and or direct horror as normal damage and horror.
Cool effect.
Not that useful, really. But it has a fast action to remove ancient keepsake from the game and draw 3 cards.
So you could, in theory, play it down, pay a resource, and then immediately, draw 3 cards, 1 to replace it, and then a couple more, which, hey, or keep that effect for when you really need some cards.
Yeah, and it also has 3 horror on it, so it's a bit of a shield as well.
That's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. I like that as well.
Then Wendy also found a gilded skull, which she really liked. It's a cursed item. It's fast, it uses 1 blood, maximum 3 blood. After an investigator, ally, asset, or enemy at your location is defeated, place 1 blood on Gilded Skull. And then you can use an action to spend up to 3 blood, draw that many cards, and gain that many resources.
Lovely. Again, similar to a card that already exists in the game, Decorated Skull, the upgraded version. But, this is fast, it starts with a use, it's cool. I think this is very cool. I also am particularly appreciative of the art, because someone went through a lot of trouble to gild this skull.
Yeah. Yeah, those are going into my deck and then my discard pile when I
when you inevitably short supply them. That tragic. I will just quickly remind myself in the resolution here. I know it was around. Yes, you may choose to keep or donate each auction card they obtained. Investigators may add each auction card they keep to their deck, ignoring deck building restrictions. Haha. I actually didn't. I forgot that, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway, which is cool. Okay, Interlude 1. I'm diving in, Crosshair, if you're good. I'm diving straight into Interlude 1, Old Friends and New. This is, of course, probably going to follow Rex's kind of like investigation, but we'll see how it goes. In the following days, you learn more about what happened, but little about who or why. Among the stolen relics are several of the most valuable items in the estate sale, including an ornate dagger, a golden chalice, and a royal crown. Several local security guards were killed, and several more socialites who had been in town for the spectacle. If May O'Brien lives, this is of course Rex's press contact, media contact. Fortunately, May O'Brien survived and is recovering from her wounds. You visit her at St. Mary's Hospital. Her spirits improve the moment she sees you. She tells you she was running late for the auction because of a story she was doing about a couple of missing kids at the local orphanage. When she arrived, she saw 4 men acting suspicious, get into a car, and then pull around behind the building. She followed them, slipped through the loading bay to see what was going on. There she saw the dead security guards and several men opening crates and loading the contents into their car. She started taking a few pictures when they spotted her. That's the last thing she remembers. I can't thank you enough for saving my life. I need to get out of here or the story is going to go cold on me. You remind her that her health comes first. Also, that this is going to be Rex's story, maybe. Oh, did you see my camera by any chance? The hospital staff says it wasn't with me when I arrived. It might have something important. You think back and tell her that you last saw it next to her on the ground in the auction house. Well, see if you can find it for me, will you? Okay, so she left her camera behind and the police didn't take it? I guess we'll see. If the investigators impressed Alice Wolcott and she is still alive. This was the gorgeous debutante that Rex met in the entryway. Shortly after the events at the auction house, you discover a visitor waiting for you at your door. Oh my goodness! You recognize Alice Wolcott, and she smiles when she sees you. You invite her in and talk about the shared experience from the auction house. It was horrible, and I still have nightmares, she says. I'm not sure I will ever really feel safe again. Nothing has ever felt so important to me to find out the truth of what happened there. What about you? Any one investigator may add the Alice Wolcott companion to their deck. This card does not count toward that investigator's deck size. If you choose to do so, read the following. I'll point out companion is a special keyword in this campaign. It's something to the effect of one companion you control doesn't take up an ally slot. So they're your companion. I guess I'll have a look here. At Alice Wolcott, a 3-cost asset, a companion. She has a reaction when she enters play, gain 7 resources. Pay 3 gain 7. Action test will 5. If you succeed, record that you have gained her trust.
Yeah, that's definitely a Rex card.
Yeah, hey. I don't know if I'll ever pass this goddamn willpower test, but I have to trust that I might be able to try. That we can try to gain their trust. Also, let's be real. The story is that Rex is absolutely smitten with Alice Wolcott, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw her in the deck. And also, actually, I was thinking about resource generation, so it's something.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that one.
Oh, I see. Even in the most terrible of circumstances, there's a silver lining. I had the good fortune of meeting you. I hope to see a lot more of you as we piece together this mystery. Oh my god. Rex! So, cursed bad luck Rex has stumbled upon a beautiful woman who just wants to help him with his investigation. I'm taking bets right now. Is she going to betray him? Yeah, Wendy does not qualify for that flower. It's a good point. It's a really good point. If the investigators impressed Albert Hennig, and he is still alive, read the following, which is true. Did he? He didn't die, did he? No. While most of the
No.
socialites who arrived for the auction left abruptly, one is still in Arkham trying to understand what happened. Sorry, librarian, I'm a sucker for sucker bets, so, get him in now. Albert Hennig invites you to his suite at the prestigious Excelsior Hotel, where he brings you a drink and talks about wild theories. Something like this was organized by powerful people, he says. I've heard rumors of a secret society in town, something about Silver Twilight. Any one investigator may add the Albert Hennig companion to their deck. This card does not count towards that investigator's deck size. If you do, read the following. Let's have a look at Albert Hennig, the collector of antiquities. He is, again, a 3-cost asset. A companion does not take up the ally slot. If you have 2 companions, obviously one of them would. There's a reaction on him. So he has the same action ability, test will 5. If you succeed, you've gained his trust. After he enters play, search your deck for a tome or relic card and play it. Check the campaign log. If Albert Hennig financed a relic and the chosen card is listed, you may play it for free instead. That's a really cool effect. He has not financed a relic, to my knowledge. But he still has a reaction, which is pay 3, play him, search your deck for a tome or relic, and play it. Pretty cool.
Play-wise, that would be great for a Wendy, but story-wise, nope.
Yeah, I definitely feel you, Crosshair. I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to justify her kind of like wandering into his hotel, like being invited to his hotel, his hotel room, and figuring that out. I'll let you. I think I'll also not take him, despite the fact that this is it's certainly a good ability. If we're leaving him, then we're leaving him.
Yeah, I don't think Wendy would hang around with that kind of person anyway. So.
I wouldn't hang around with some. Well, look at this. He's got a watch chain. Uncle Fester doesn't have watch chains. Sorry, Uncle Lester. I mean.
Yeah, Lester.
Right. So we don't read the following. If the investigators were caught stealing from the Brentley auction house, read the following. We were not.
Man.
Thank you very much. The investigator who was caught stealing... Oh, okay. If we impressed Albert Hennig... Oh, this is still to do with theft. So we're going to continue to... Yeah, this is all to do with theft, so we're going to just keep going, I guess. Oh, interesting.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then, okay, cool. That's where we're at. This is scenario 2. Feast of Flesh. Oh, lovely. Not that long of an intro. You'll love to see it. In the days after the attack at Brentley's auction house, you haven't had much luck finding the answers you're looking for. If there is a violent secret society in Arkham, which there definitely is, by the way, but several, I imagine, guys. Fine. You're not even sure where to start looking. But reading the Arkham Advertiser one morning, as Rex always does, given that he writes for them, a story catches your eye. A desk clerk working at the Excelsior Hotel has gone missing. She was last seen the day after the events at the auction house. As you read the story, you remember hearing about a couple of kids close to aging out at the orphanage who went missing just days before the attack. May was investigating that lead. You've been talking to and working with the people you remember, saw, and met at Brentley's, at least those that are still alive. One person, though, never responded to your inquiries. Now, this would be Rex's inquiries because he never managed to speak to visiting professor at Miskatonic University, Lydia Mikhailov. You tried to reach her through the university, but it seems she is missing as well. Because of her presence at the auction, she was initially presumed dead. Because nobody bothers to identify bodies, I guess. You've been keeping up with the news, though, and so far you've heard nothing reported about her. You wonder how all this could fit together, and you realize you've known all along what you have to do. You have to go back to the scene of the crime. If May O'Brien is still alive... Lydia Mikhailov, questions May from her hospital bed. She certainly has an appreciation for historical artifacts, but would she steal them? She frowns. She's not the only one to go missing lately. Either Arkham is at the center of 2 terrible but unrelated mysteries, or these disappearances are linked to the attack at the auction house. She tries to stand, but staggers. You catch her and help her lie back down. I can't really tell you what to look for. but I'd bet my job there are clues connecting what happened at Bretley's to these disappearances. When I get out of this hospital bed, I'll join you out there. As you're leaving, May calls out, "Oh, find my camera, will you? I'm sure I had something useful on there." Proceed to setup. Now, I want to quickly tangent here. I love the emergent storyline of Rex is an actual honest-to-goodness reporter, but nobody trusts him anymore, so May's treating him like a little baby. Not a little baby, just like not a reporter, not a journalist. That makes me happy. So Rex is going to be returning to the auction house to find May's camera, find any evidence of what this group may be doing, where they may be hiding, etc., what they might be trying to accomplish. And who knows why Wendy may be there as well. I can't wait to find out. Okay. So, setup. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry?
There's not much special in the setup.
Blanky Cat, if you write it, I will read it. Anything you put on the teleprompter, Burgundy will read. By which I mean, put it in a spoiler tag, put it in my chat, DM it to me. I will read it, and I will make it some audio erotica. Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. Okay, setup. Yeah, I'm quickly sort of scrawling. Good lord, I read thralls and I said scrawling. Put things into play, set each other location aside. Each investigator begins play at Back Alley. It seems like a good place. So we'll start play at the Back Alley. Spawn Detective Cutter at the proprietor's office. I seem to recall that's been done. Check the campaign log. If you have a Brentley staff key, choose an investigator to put the Brentley staff key into their play area. I don't believe we do.
We don't.
Aw. A bunch of things are set aside. We set aside skull tokens again. Additionally, set the following tokens aside, but not from the chaos bag. So they just are set aside. Shuffle things to build the encounter deck. Check the campaign log. If you are being watched by the police, add a doom to the agenda. No. If any investigator decided to pay for a stolen antiquity, we did not, because we didn't steal anything, and I challenge you to prove that in court. If any investigator is under suspicion, they get a skull token on their card. I'm pretty sure none of this is correct, so...
Nope,
yeah.
nope.
Okay, yeah, I think we killed it, Crosshair. It really feels like we did a good job. Okay, so we'll start here. I'll point out, this is how it spawned all this stuff on the board. Oh, I've got 2 Rexes for some reason. That's fun.
Additional rules clarifications. Hidden permanent weaknesses.
Uh-oh. In this scenario... Sorry, go ahead, Crosshair. You were saying.
It's possible to obtain a story weakness with both the hidden and permanent keyword. Once these cards are added to your deck, they start the game in play, but face down and hidden from the other investigators. For the best experience, players are encouraged to stay in character and not share information about hidden cards in their hand, except when these cards impact the game state. Well, we've been doing that anyway.
Exactly. I really like the idea. That's really cool. There are some campaigns that introduce hidden treacheries that, you put them in your hand, you can't tell anyone what they are. In fact, I seem to recall Calvin and Carolyn having a whole bunch of in space. Calvin and Carolyn in space. They had a huge number of hidden treacheries that they, ended up kind of playing on each other, handling for each other. I seem to recall Carolyn throwing herself down a giant pit through an asteroid to get rid of one. But yes, this hidden and permanent is particularly interesting to me. Let's see what happens there.
Just have to be careful when drawing encounter cards to check them before we read each other's
good shout
encounter cards.
Yes, I have a habit of because I'm streaming. I'll sorry. I have a habit of putting the screen over onto your board, but you're right, we'll make sure that there isn't a hidden keyword. I'll point out, currently the map is as follows. This is similar to the last scenario. We've got a back alley that leads into the warehouse. The warehouse leads back out onto the auction floor, from which you can get to the viewing room, the reception, or the proprietor's office.
Yes.
And there's...
This is all wrong.
This isn't how it was before.
And the viewing room was above the auction floor, and the proprietor's office was on the...
Yeah, I honestly, I'm actually very happy to, like, am I, though? Happy to rearrange it? Yeah, fuck it.
Nah, it works like this. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
works.
Good. We'll keep it for now. I want to say a quick hello to Dindurio. Hello. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. And I'll just quickly throw that into the chat. Dindurio, unless you prefer Dinduriot. I'm so happy. Hang on, I have a command for this too. I'm so happy to talk about rules, to talk about, et cetera. We're playing mostly for story, so you'll hear a lot of like role play discussion and like kind of narrative beats and stuff. But let me know if you have any questions, and we're happy to jump in. And yes, thank you, Crosshair. So far, the campaign hasn't been too sort of spooky in that sense, but you never know what art's going to flip up on a treachery or an enemy. So, okay, we are almost there. Detective Cutter is here. Should we read agenda and act, and then we'll draw our opening hands, and then we'll have a look at the map and all that? Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Agenda 1A, Cleanup Crew. You can't shake the feeling that the robbery at Brentley's auction house is related to the rash of recent missing persons. You may not be welcome, but you are determined to find the truth. Rex's signature card. It seems someone has been covering their tracks. Every clue now might be important. There's a free trigger ability, which means we can trigger an ability on the agenda. It says, if a police enemy is in the same location as a thrall or criminal enemy, choose and discard either enemy. So we get to alter fate to have a criminal ice a cop or the other way around. There's also a forced effect here. If there are 2 per investigator plus 1, so 5 clues on the scenario reference card, we go straight to resolution 3. That's probably not good. That seems bad. A resolution on the agenda is probably not good.
Yeah.
5 doom threshold.
No idea.
Agenda. Hi, reading aloud. Sorry, I guess, to hear about your sleeping pattern, but thrilled that you're here. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
So 5 doom, and then there's that forced effect, but there's also the free triggered ability. Then,
no idea what clues do, but...
Yeah, clues on the scenario reference card. I guess we'll find out, right? Act 1A, Scene of the Crime. You know better than to visit a crime scene for which you are a suspect, but you trust your instincts and make your way back to Brentley's auction house. Your mind returns to the bloody massacre, and you hope you can find some clues that can help others from befalling the same fate. And we require 6 clues to advance the act. Not crazy. Not too bad.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So, and our Feast of Flesh, I believe we have 1 of each special token, or maybe a couple skulls, I don't know. Skulls are minus X. X is the number of clues on the scenario reference card, but only max 4. If there's ever 5 clues on the scenario reference card, we have to resolve the scenario, so that's probably bad, and skulls get worse the more clues are on there, so probably bad.
Bad.
Bad. The cultists are minus 2. Move the nearest ready, unengaged enemy with patrol once towards its spawn location. So back towards where it towards where it spawns. Tablets are minus 3. If you fail, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Cleanup Crew and spawn it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Okay. Cleanup Crew is reminding me of the TikTok men, Crosser.
Yeah.
From that horrible mansion scenario in whatever that campaign was called. Ugh. And then the Elder Things are minus 1 for each unique evidence token in the victory display. There are currently none. So, I guess that's that. Okay, So, there's a ability to do with police and criminals. There's a forced effect. Clues on the scenario card are bad. 5 doom. We need 6 clues. That's about it. Do we look at the map or do we look at our hands?
I'd say we draw our hands so we don't influence our mulligan too
Don't game
much.
it too much. Okay, cool. I like it. All right, team.
I do want to note that I did some prep work because I bought Underworld Market.
Ooh, Wendy's been busy. Very busy, actually. Can you...
Yeah, well, she... after talking with the thugs that were at the museum, she also kind of gotten into contact with some of her uncle's friends.
Oh, Uncle Lester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she might be needing some extra after-school curriculum stuff.
Got it. I like that. Underworld Market for...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was going to
go ahead.
Run through what it was. Yeah. For those not familiar, it is it's a level 2 rogue card, but it is exceptional, so it costs 4 XP, I should say. You get plus 10 deck size. Before drawing your opening hand, choose 10 illicit cards from your deck, shuffle them together, and place them next to Underworld Market as your market deck. There they are. Reaction. At the start of your turn, reveal the top 2 cards of your market deck. You may spend 1 resource to draw one of them, and then the rest, so whether that's the other card or both of them, go on the bottom in any order. Yeah, it essentially provides you a mini filtered, illicit-only deck that you can pay to go, oh, I actually really need this turn. And you don't have to worry about being like, oh man, I can't find this illicit card in my massive, reliced up deck. So they're in here and they're safe, quote unquote.
Because it's 10 illicit cards, you'll go through them in 5 turns, basically.
Exactly. Which is cool. And then, yeah, obviously the downside is you're paying money to draw them, but you know, presumably Wendy's got some money from her family.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
And when your first turn of the game begins, so not yet.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think so. Exactly. When you're each turn, exactly. When your turn begins, you get to reveal the top 2 cards, and then
short supply also.
Oh, so. Yes. When your turn begins. Good point. However, it is time for us to draw our opening hands, my friends. Let's get doomed. I mean, I'm not mad at this, actually. Really not mad at that, actually. So this...
Oh, dear.
If I don't keep this, I'm going to regret it. I want this. I'm actually going to toss one. Oh, fuck. I need to keep that. I want to keep this. I think I'm going to keep this, too. This just feels like good acceleration. Okay, I'm just going to mulligan 1. That's fine. Maybe a bit silly, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I have no reason to believe that this is a bad hand, so I think we're good. Nice.
Yeah, that's actually good. Probably good. I'm not gonna go too much digging, even if I should, but...
It's always a bit of a tricky question, right? How much do we dig? How much do we... All right. We have performed our mulligans.
Because the game is beginning now.
Hey! Nice job, Wendy. Oh, hell yeah. So...
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
We can find Wendy in the back alley, flipping through her tarot deck, apparently.
Yeah, I like to imagine Rex has sort of like arrived, you know, looking to break back into the crime scene. Reinvestigate the crime scene, and Wendy's already there. Not quite where he left her last time, but she's already there, and maybe they, I don't know, are they eyeing each other? what's the, like, this kid can't be working for the cops, she can't be working for the cult, but like, what the hell is she doing here? He recognizes her immediately, of course. She's a very distinctive looking character.
Oh, are you going inside?
He narrows his eyes and nods slowly. I have to see if I can figure out what happened in there.
Oh, what a coincidence. I lost my cat.
He raises an eyebrow like, oh god, okay. Am I really going to be teaming up with like a lost cat's crazed child owner? You know, who knows?
Yeah,
not
don't
crazed,
mind
not crazed.
me. You won't even notice that I'm there.
Okay, he nods, and just in his head, of course, it's like, just my luck, you know. Back alley says shipments are received into the warehouse from a dock connected to this alley. The back alley was recently used to infiltrate Brentley's auction house. It worked pretty well the first time. 3 shroud, no clues, but a free triggered ability to move to a connecting location, which is currently only the warehouse, the scene of the crime.
Which is an interesting location to start from.
Yeah, I agree. Very interesting. I do agree with that. Well, yeah, I think we're ready. If we're ready to get doomed. I'm so happy to go first. If that. Oh yes, sorry. Let's talk about this. There is an enemy on the board already, and one revealed location for some reason. A reception. It was a revealed location in the last scenario as well. Clues there. This is Detective Cutter, an honest detective. He spawns at the proprietor's office. He patrols to the viewing room. Patrol is like hunter, but rather than hunting investigators, they move towards their designated patrol location. He has 2 forced effects. Sorry, he's a 3/2/3 that does 2 damage. He has 2 forced effects. When Detective Cutter would attack you, and you do not have a skull token on your investigator, instead of attacking, he grows suspicious. Place a set-aside skull token on your investigator card. So, he's looking around, and he's suspicious of these 2 mooks walking around in here, perhaps. Forced. If Detective Cutter is defeated, take the set-aside Brentley staff key, put it into your play area, place a set-aside skull token on your investigator card. So, he has a key, but you need to defeat him in order to get it, but which also places a set-aside skull token on your card, because obviously people will be suspicious. And yeah, not elite, and only 2 health?
Yeah, and he'll patrol to the viewing room anyway.
Yeah, and exactly, right? Yeah, and I mean, I can't speak for Wendy, of course. Rex has no interest in, like, pissing off the cops in Arkham. At least not without good reason. Me too, Arkham Librarian, but I wonder if there's going to be another way of getting a key without having to defeat him or talk to him or something. I don't know. We need to find out what's inside the warehouse first. Crosshair, I don't know if you I need to go first for any reason. I have a pretty good handle on what my first turn might look like.
Nope.
All right. I will do so, and then because I'm always, of course, very curious about what's going to happen with short supply, underworld market, blah blah blah. But Rex is here. He's ready. He's taking a big breath to steel himself to head into the warehouse, the scene of the crime. But first, he's going to play a couple of assets. Hooray! The first is Alice Wolcott, who does not take up an ally slot. She's here investigating with Rex, right? So as Rex kind of has eyed Wendy and gone, okay, well, as long, like, if you're not gonna make a sound, if you're not gonna, expose us to the police, and then from around the corner, click clack click clack, the sound of high heels as Alice Wolcott appears, wearing a long, gorgeous black trench coat and matching hat. She gives a mysterious smile to Rex. We going in or what? And I gain 7 resources. Yes, Din Duriat, hi. Yes, you can. Not only can you play solo, like as in with one investigator. But you can also play multi-handed solo if you so choose, where you control multiple investigators. There's no reason that you can't. I don't necessarily want to out how many hours I've put into TTS on stream and not. But let me just say I have played solo a whole bunch. But yeah, lots of folks in the chat here jumping in to say that.
Yeah, and if you want to play, I'm sure there are people on Discord who would also like to play, so...
Agreed. Flower, what are you on about? Hot streak attached to a butt. What are you on about? This is Alice Wolcott. Yo, Mistrich, I don't look at my Steam. But yes. Okay, so that was the first action. My second will be to play Quick Study. Quick Study is an asset, a talent. Place one of your clues on your location, exhaust Quick Study, you get +3 skill value for this test. Rex is, despite perhaps being unlucky, he's learned to manage his bad luck by being good at learning how to do things quickly, at the very least. Then I'm going to free trigger, move into the warehouse. Not leaving Wendy behind, but heading in with Alice to start investigating. While technically a crime scene, someone forgot to lock the door to the warehouse. It opens with a quiet creak. Entering the auction house from this side has you a bit turned around. It's a 3-shroud, 2-clue location. It's a crime scene location. There's an action on here. Oh, I see, Flower. I am unfamiliar, and I think that I was just like, how dare you? Alice Wolcott's a classy name. I understand now. That makes more sense. There's an action on the warehouse. Steal valuables from the warehouse. Gain 5 resources, then test agility 3. If you fail, move Detective Cutter or an Arkham police enemy to the warehouse if able. Group limit once per game. I think a crooked cop was... Yeah, I think the police might be investigating, but I think there's elements within the cops, within the police force in Arkham, are in league with this cult as well.
And 2 eyes just peek through the door at all the stuff that is not bolted down.
I was gonna say, do we have $ eyes maybe happening? I have one action left. I am going to try to get these clues. Rex has 4 intellect. It's a 3-shroud location. I'm gonna 2 up. Yeah, I'm gonna commit a deduction to the test. I'm gonna attempt to, using the various blood stains that are left, the position of the chalk outlines, attempt to reconstruct the crime scene to figure out how people busted in here and what degree of violence were they using before they were packing stuff up or where they were heading. I'm at 5 to 3 with the deduction committed. I think I should have known that was going to happen. That's really too bad. That's really too bad.
Rex is Rexing.
Yep, Rex be Rexing. That's tragic. Okay, I failed the test. Try as he might, there's not much to be gleaned here. Clearly, people broke in. They stole things. He knew that already. There's been a fight. Not a fight, a massacre. But neither he nor Alice can figure out exactly what happened. Tragic. And I'll pass the turn to Wendy.
When your first turn of the game begins, at the start of your turn, yeah, I think short supply, I think triggers first.
Sure, yeah. Feels like you might be able to choose. I that makes sense, eh? Begins, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, short supply, so we discard 10 cards. Exploit weakness. Grounds for supplies. Exploit weakness. Okay, no exploiting.
Oh.
No, there's one accursed power.
That's nice. Oh. Oof.
No scrounging.
No scrounging for you.
No thermos. No trap. Icebox. That's 8. That's end of the road.
Sick. Great. Fun card. Love it. And
gumption.
Okay.
Okay.
No relics.
And then
No big
Yeah,
relics.
Wendy just
Pretty cool.
forgot a couple of things at home.
Including her gumption? I don't know. Okay, yeah, sorry.
And for some reason, in a trash bin nearby, there's an embezzled treasure and tips on burglary 101.
Tips on burglary 101. Incredible.
You may spend one resource to draw one of them, so that happens now.
Yes. Yep.
Embezzled treasure might be good to start doing for next turn, but but I'm getting resources soon. Yeah, so
I was gonna say, especially if you plan on taking things that aren't bolted down, it might be a good time.
Let's spend one resource to take embezzled treasure, and burglary goes on the bottom of the deck.
Lovely.
So that's the setup for my turn. That won't happen every turn.
No, but here we are.
But yeah, Wendy is just looking at the two heading in like, you go on ahead, and puts on her track shoes.
Ready to dash, our Wendy. I like that.
And yeah, just like tying her shoes like, oh, I'll just wait here. And follows right after.
Yeah. Well, seeing all the shiny stuff, of course, in the warehouse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Oh, right, it's a fast action.
If you so choose.
Fast action to hop inside. But yeah, while Rex and who was it? Alice. Rex and Alice are looking around the place for clues. Wendy is also looking around the place for clues in quotation marks.
These clues are valuable.
Yeah, Wendy's gonna steal valuables from the warehouse, gain 5 resources, then test agility 3.
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Lovely.
Agility 3 against agility 6. Cool. And so yeah, let's throw resourceful into this.
Ooh, nice. I mean, she certainly is resourceful, capturing everything she can here, right?
Yeah, finding head scutters apparently.
Huh.
But yeah, 7 on 3.
Good. Very good.
Good
Very
call.
good. That's pure skill for anyone watching. Pure skill.
Yeah,
Oof.
I smelled the -4, so.
I was just thinking like 3 up. That's a really good place to be on standard. There's only a -4 in the bag. Good shout.
Yeah. Let's see what. It's any.
Survivor card.
Ugh,
Yeah, not
yeah.
named resourceful, which I think is a really obviously they don't want you to just keep recurring the cards back and forth, but
Oh yeah, it needs to be final agenda for the
end of the road. It's called, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Exactly, Blanky. And on some campaigns, the -5. Always remember the -4.
Yeah, let's draw that one.
Good. Well, some stuff in her pockets with valuables, and making sure that she's resourceful enough to capture something that she needs.
And as a last action, I guess she'll just start putting some of the coins away into, or some of the valuables that she found may not be visible anymore, as there are some papers added between her tome or books and
Yeah, she's exactly right. Like, she's found some sort of pouch or something to carry it in. Do you mind if I read Embezzled Treasure out loud? I need to remind myself of it and so on. Embezzled Treasure is a rogue asset. Free trigger, exhaust it. This is what Crosshair's just done. Move up to 2 of your resources from your resource pool to Embezzled Treasure, up to a maximum of 10. You can only do this 5 times, I suppose. Forced, when you resign, or when the game ends, for every 2 resources on Embezzled Treasure, an investigator of your choice begins the next scenario with 1 additional resource in their resource pool. Really cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah, so basically I can divide it up like 7 and 8 or 10 and 5. And
Although, yeah, it's for every 2 resources on Embezzled Treasure up to 10. So, yeah, for each 2 on it, someone gets 1 in the next scenario.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So in theory, though, by the end of this scenario, next scenario, we'll start with an additional 5 resources between us, potentially. Or you'll start with +5 or whatever. Whatever it is. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, excellent work. Wendy just, making sure to pick up a few souvenirs, perhaps.
Yeah, I forgot I dropped this one when I was here last.
This is also my family's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rex is, like, paying absolutely no... Like, she said it would be fine. She's just here looking for her cat. No big deal. Like, or whatever. He's not really paying any attention to her. He's trying to reconstruct the scene of the crime if he can.
Yeah, and there's a loud clang as Wendy drops some kind of metal pot onto the floor and then slowly picks it up and puts it on the shelf.
Don't mind me. In the enemy phase, Detective Cutter patrols. He's heading towards the viewing room, so he heads into the auction floor. But we don't necessarily know that, but I think Rex and Wendy can both hear the sound of movement and maybe police chatter in the next room. And that brings us to upkeep. Nice. Happy to have this. Very happy to have this, actually.
Oh, yes.
And some money, actually.
We are golden.
Excellent. Well, with the Embezzled Treasure, I think, specifically. Mythos phase, we go to 1 out of 5 Doom. Rex and Alice trying to reconstruct the crime scene. Wendy collecting a few valuables. Sorry, yes, I should say. I was lead investigator last time. I don't know if we want to alternate or if we want to keep it with, sort of like how the story kind of plays out or whatever.
I think this is still Rex's, wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Wendy's just tagging along because somebody opened the door.
Oh, yeah. I mean, presumably at one point she'll, show her, not true colors, but she'll be in charge of a different scenario. But we go to 1 out of 5 Doom, and we draw an encounter card. Primary suspect. Oh, Rex. Revelation.
Not hidden.
Not hidden. No, sorry. Yeah, I'll start by saying that. If there is a copy of it in your threat area, this card gains surge. Fine. Otherwise, put it into play in your threat area. As an additional cost to play an asset or event, you must place one of your clues on the scenario reference card. Ugh. Ugh. That's horrible. Assets or events? That's awful. Okay. Forced, at the end of your turn, if you are at a non-crime scene location, discard primary suspect. So, obviously, there's people really starting to, question why Rex is there. He's trying to blend in, but it's not working out. Are there any non-crime scene Okay, right. The back alley.
Now it makes sense.
Okay, so Rex might have to duck out of the warehouse until the heat kind of cools off. And this particularly sucks. I had an asset I wanted to play. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
So he's the primary suspect for now.
See what Wendy finds. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolute surge.
Badass. Look at that art.
It's a lot of text, so it's a bit blurry, but Revelation, take 1 horror. If you have power of 1 or more, you may instead choose 1. I don't think I have power on the field.
No, power would be, you're right, it would be on some of those relics, or maybe in the, No, I think if they're in the victory display, it doesn't count as you having power, though. So yeah, so I think we can't choose those options.
Yeah, so 1 horror and search.
Yeah, it also has. I'll just point out it has power 0, so which means it goes into the victory display, which is nice. Just like it won't recur now. Anyway, sorry. Yes.
This doesn't make any sense.
And yet here we are.
Chemophobia in the play in your threat area. There's a certain lack of blood in this place. It's so clean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's scared of not having enough blood. There it is. Okay. Great.
Put hemophobia into play in your threat area. Siphon, which happens at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you take damage, it activates all the siphon effects at your location. Or sorry, yours, and then the other person's, if there is any.
Test willpower 3. This test gets -1 difficulty for each point of power in the victory display. If you succeed, discard hemophobia.
Okay.
That's a power 0 card, but
okay.
Oh well. Could be worse.
So we have to decide what we're gonna do with that potentially. Okay. We're back around to the investigation phase. Sorry, yeah.
And he does have some brain power as well. So.
Yes, she's been eating her fish, or her brain food.
The fish.
I cannot play assets or events because as an additional cost, I would have to place a clue on the scenario reference card, which just means Rex is going to try to get these clues the normal way, and then he's going to end up ducking back out into the back alley as the heat kind of cools off. If that's all right for you, although actually I realized there's some -3s in the bag. If you fail, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Cleanup Crew and spawn it. Ugh. Maybe I can gain Alice Wolcott's trust too. 3.
Ooh.
She's 5. Yeah, let's see what Rex's luck is like. As the police are sort of like not starting to pour in, but they're sort of peeking through to like make sure that there's no hangers on, and he's getting closer and closer to like being discovered as he keeps ducking out of the way. He's going to take a bit of a risk and see if he can get Alice to take a bit of heat for him. Can he trust her? I'm going to test the action on Alice Wolcott. Let's test Will 5. I have 3. I'm going to commit an Inquiring Mind, which takes me up to 6. And also a camera, not May's camera, which takes me to 7. So we're just going to see how actually, hang on. Okay, that's fine. This is -1 for each unique evidence token in the victory display, of which there are none. Yeah. So, success. Rex hurriedly whispers to Alice, tries to explain his plan. He's like, they're gonna know me right away. You made a big impression, but like you were nowhere near any of the murders. Maybe you go in there and speak to the police and try to get us out of here. Record in your campaign log that you have gained Alice Wolcott's trust. I'm gonna do that. Rex gained Alice Wolcott's trust. Okay. My last action will be to move, but since I'm here... Oh man, hang on.
Good test hemophobia.
Oh god, hang on. What is it? Test Will 3. Yeah, I could test it on your behalf. I think the worst thing that happens is maybe a cleanup crew will appear, but I think that's okay. Oh, her smiles aren't fake anymore. Wait, hang on. What do you mean, Flower? Yeah, sure. Why not, Crosshair? I think I'm not really in a position to get a lot of clues on this location yet anyway, but I will test 3 to 3 evens. Why not?
Oh, right, but I can't go to the... No, I can, because I have track shoes.
Ah, if you so choose. I am going to... Yeah, I'll try to see if noticing that Wendy appears to be... Well, Rex interprets it as frightened. that she looks frightened, he's going to try to be like, buck up, kid, it's okay. Like, we'll find your cat. It's all good. I'm going to go 3 to 3. Rex's Elder Sign effect is you may instead choose to automatically fail this test to draw 3 cards. However,
drawing 3 is better than getting rid of that. I can get rid of it anyway.
Well, I mean, that's quite nice of you. While Wendy doesn't look particularly bucked up, Rex at least has some more options at his disposal. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Last action, I'm going to move back out. And then at the end of my turn, I'm at a non-crime scene location, so I will discard primary suspect.
Yeah.
Rex is ducking out. He's like, guys, like, we've got it. Like, don't worry, we've got a plan. Alice and I have a plan. I'm just going to go and let the heat kind of take the heat off for a second. And I'll pass the turn.
Yeah. And after Rex leaves the warehouse, Wendy, the panicked look on her face fades, and he just draws the heroic blade.
Oh my god! I'll point out. Sorry, at the start of your turn, I'll underroll market fires.
Oh, right.
Which is fine, because I think you would still have a resource. I mean, anyway, yes, but yeah, I'll point out that happens first, just in case there's something that you want.
There actually is something.
There actually is something I want.
There's some liquid courage there.
Glug, glug, glug.
Yeah, because, well, Wendy isn't a stranger to soda.
Yes, some sody pop in a delightful little what would you call that? A little thermos light, maybe?
Although, that's annoying, because I'll take that would be really nice as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the underworld market for you. They can't always give you what you want. I mean, sorry, they can give you what you want, but you have to pay one thing, and you know.
You can't take stuff if you're dead.
I cannot argue with that. That is a fair point.
Alrighty. Well, now that I got that, well, Wendy is still going to the panicked look of the young, so helpless kid fades from her face as she pulls out
okay.
a flask from her Uncle Lester. And that's one action. Second action. Yeah, let's have a drink.
Glug, glug, glug.
Just a little drink to calm the nerves.
Yeah, just have some sody pop.
Yeah. Yum soda.
Yum soda.
Here one horror.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That investigator tests. Oh, then. So it's not an option.
Correct. Yeah.
So we test
because
2.
Yeah, because sometimes sody pop goes straight to your head, you know? I think is what's happening here.
And if the test fails, we discard the card at random.
There's a new button down here, which will discard our random card, which is kind of fun.
Oh, right.
Me too.
Well, let's just go 42. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah. So, one additional horror. Thank you.
Basically a big sip of soup at this point. Delicious.
Yeah, it's better soup.
yeah, exactly. Better soup because it's soda, not soup.
And while it's a bit of a boring turn, let's try to get rid of this fear of blood, so to say. Well, or fear of lack of blood.
Mm-hmm. She needs her money back to, pull out that. She needs her resources anyway to get a sword out, so. no bad thing.
Yeah, 43. Yeah. I'm sure I'll pull something like Elder Sign.
Oh, or the opposite.
Or we throw away improvised shield.
Gosh, I was like, wait, how are you doing this? Yes, of course. Wendy's ability.
Try
you
it
may redraw
again.
your token. Yep.
That's a -1 for each unique. Well, that's a pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Modifier 0. Yeah. The improvised shield helped you get rid of your blood fear. Whatever you say.
And the thing is, improvised shield can only be played from your discard pile.
So you may as well toss it away. That's right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, Wendy has managed to, calm down her, fear of not enough blood. Rex is letting the heat kind of cool off a little bit on him as Alice is getting ready to approach the nearest gullible police officer, try to free up some space. In the enemy phase, Hunters hunt. Patrollers patrol. Detective Cutter, the honest detective, heads to the viewing room. The viewing room, I did not notice, says enemies cannot spawn in this location. Investigators cannot enter the viewing room unless they control the Brentley staff key or the jewel-adorned key, which I don't believe we do.
No, because Wendy donated it to the museum.
Okay. I wonder if there's gonna... Well, maybe we're just not getting in there. Because Detective Cutter's out of reach at this point. All right. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the enemy phase, which means we can upkeep. Lovely. I'll take that.
Okay.
We go to 2 out of 5 Doom. Rex is like itching to get back into the warehouse and like once again try to figure out if there's some, I don't know, some way of. Oh, good point, Flower. Yes, good point. Excuse me. If there's some way of maybe, I don't know, piecing together what happened, but maybe he's going to be shaken down in the alley. Yeah, okay. The cleanup crew spawns at the location with the most clues nearest to you. So that will definitely be the warehouse.
Oh, joy.
So it is on Wendy, unfortunately. So some men sort of track out into there as Alice attempts to to distract them. They're a 2/2/2 criminal humanoid enemy. At the start of the enemy phase, move a clue from this location to the scenario reference card. Yuck. If there are no clues on this location and cleanup crew is unengaged, shuffle it into the encounter deck. So they are, of course, attempting to clean up They're attempting to clean up the crime scene. Right, makes sense.
Wendy just looking, puts her flash down like, oh, hello.
Hello, gentlemen. Are you with the police? They are not with the police. Okay, at the start of the enemy phase, move a clue to the scenario reference card. Oof. Or, well, okay, if Rex gets the clues off this location, then that won't happen, at least. So there's that. Maybe like, if he can determine what the issue is, then maybe there'll be nothing for them to clean up. Anyway, that was me.
Let's see if we have more of them. We do! It's a big cleanup crew.
God damn it. Well, obviously this would be the place they'd want to scrub first, right? Once the cops are out of view.
Oh. Hello to you too.
We also, of course... Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Wendy is just, like, putting the cap back on the flask, like, here we go again.
Okay, so... men start pouring in from the auction house, I guess once the cops have, like, disappeared. To see to clean up as much as they can. If you will give me the joy of going first, Crosshair, I can assist you with, if not the cleanup crew, then at least making sure they can't steal our sweet evidence. If that works for you, of course.
Yeah.
All right. First things first. it is time to equip the Crimson Veil. This is Rex brought it along. He doesn't necessarily understand what this thing is, but it seems to have power, and the kid gave it to him. This is going to be a way for her to trust him, right? Like, hey, I still have this thing. Maybe I can use it to, like, hide from all the people that seem to be pouring into the warehouse. Free trigger, I'm going to move into the warehouse. And then second action, I think this is the important thing. It's time to do some crime. Rex is going to attempt to essentially sneak past everybody and break into the auction house proper, and while there, get a new perspective on the crime scene itself, and he's going to maybe even attempt to take the most valuable piece of evidence out of this room so that it can't be scrubbed down. Breaking and entering, I'm going to investigate. I'm adding my agility to my skill values, so I'm investigating at 7. If you succeed by 2 or more, you may automatically evade an enemy at this location. So I will investigate at 7. Yes, sorry.
I'm gonna throw track shoes into this.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not sure if you, because I'm investigating with my like I'm adding my agility, but I think you can only commit books.
Right.
But I do, and I would like to succeed, so maybe I should be committing things. Maybe I should actually.
I have something else, but I don't want to use it right now.
That's fair. I'm gonna commit a book though. Yeah, let's toss in this Burning the Midnight Oil. So I go to a total combined value of 8 to 3. Yeah. Okay, that's a nice big success actually. Okay, so cool. So that's succeed by 2 or more. So I get both clues on this location, and I can automatically evade an enemy at this location. So one of those guys. And because of that, Crimson Veil says, exhaust Crimson Veil and move to a connecting location. Rex ghosts his way through. He sees that thing that he understands instantaneously. This is what they're here to find. This is what they're trying to get. And he scoops it off the floor and disappears into the auction house proper. Rows of chairs.
Meanwhile,
sorry.
Half of the cleanup crew, like, after them.
After him, yeah. Like, it's just kind of pure chaos as he gets in there. Rows of chairs lay strewn across the floor in a disorganized tangle. Papers and auction paddles litter the room. Blood is spattered across the wall and stains the carpet. It doesn't seem like that long ago you were here enjoying an evening of revelry and excitement. You can't help but ruminate on that fateful evening. Forced. If you fail while investigating at this location, take a horror or lose an action. If you don't find what you're looking for, it's just full of blood. I still have an action left, so I will... I do want to draw cards, but I think I'm just going to try to get the clues we need here. And I'm going to investigate at 4 to 2. Oh, am I out of music already? Wow. There we go. 4 to 2, buddy. Classic Rex bullshit. All right, what is this? This is the bad one. If you fail, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Cleanup Crew and spawn it. Oh, and I failed, so I also have to take a horror. I'll put it on Alice Wolcott. Uh-oh. Sorry, Crosshair. I'm hoping there aren't more copies of Cleanup Crew. There are.
Well, it's spawn at this location.
It spawns at the
spawn it.
Yeah, the location with the most clues nearest to me, which is me. That's too bad, but Rex tries sneakily kind of making his way through the room. He's about to try to snap a photo when he knocks over a chair and it clatters across the empty room. Men start to pour in from the outside, searching for him. Excuse me. Well, that's me. All right.
Well, Wendy's still kind of trying to hide from the cleanup crew, but some of them are curiously moving towards where she last was singing. But
Yeah.
Wendy finds some stuff on the shelf.
The crew are really here now.
Well, a thieves kit and a disguise, which is quite a thing.
I love the fake noses and ears that you can put on your on your disguise. It's very funny to me.
Ooh, these are both really good. I can evade stuff pretty easily with 6.
Mm-hmm.
But investigation, I think we're gonna need more of that. But also, my resources are just enough for something.
Yeah. And you'll see these cards again, right? The market always comes back around. If that's your your jam and your choice.
Yeah. Let's just put no, other way around.
All right.
Right. Nothing of interest, it seems.
Okay. Not for now,
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, Wendy will be trying to duck a bit under a shelf here and there and just leave the place as well, but trying to evade the cleanup crew.
Okay.
So, just 6 on 2. Yeah. 6 on 2.
Great.
There we go.
All right.
We don't have to worry about these guys anymore, I don't think.
No, they don't seem to hunt. And if there are no clues on this location and they're unengaged, they go back in the encounter deck. So
Yep.
they've cleaned up the space.
So Wendy will shuffle off to the auction floor, noticing Rex with the cleanup crew.
Trying to hide desperately as he clatters through more and more chairs. Oh, god damn it, damn it, damn it.
I can evade an enemy that is engaged with you.
Correct, you cannot. That is correct. Yeah, you'd have to engage it and then evade it, but you currently only have one action left, so... You know, there's ways, but... You also have track shoes if you want to continue running, but I don't know if that's necessarily what you want to do.
Since I can't do that, we're gonna be losing a clue here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately. That's Rex's bad.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else, so... I'm just gonna do this now before stuff hits the fan, so... When he notices more of these people, like, okay, fine.
All right. They wanna try to bury the truth? I can bury them. Presumably.
Yeah. I think 6 fight in this. 7 fight in this instance would be nice.
I think so too. So that is pretty badass. As the blade comes out, the nerdy filmmaker. Hello, welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I am joined today by special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello. Wendy's, made her way into the room. I mean, I think Rex is like, for a moment he's like, oh god, no, the kid, like, I can't get her into this mess. And then he sees the sword come out and he's like, oh, right. She's the one who murdered all those people in here. And he looks around at all the bloodstains on the walls and he's like, oh yeah, right. I think that was her last time too. It's a good point, Flower. I'd say forever. He's forever a special guest. Okay, so at the beginning of the enemy phase, move a clue from cleanup crew's location to the scenario reference card. If there are no clues and the cleanup crew is unengaged, they go back in the encounter deck. So, one clue comes off the auction floor and goes onto the scenario reference card. Boo. As the cleanup crew begin to... some are hunting Rex and some are trying to scrub the place. But the others disappear, which is nice, I think. But then this guy punches me. They're starting to hunt him down. They're starting to like try to hustle him out of there, muscle him out of there, if you will.
You have to add the clues removed. Yeah, just have to remember that.
So then they unengage and exhaust. So then when they re-engage, we could choose if you wanted them to be engaged with you, they could be, or with me. I think it's all kind of the same. They're hunting Rex down currently, but doesn't mean that Wendy can't grab them.
Why are they unengaged?
After enemies attack, they exhaust. Oh, actually, hang on. Sorry, I just had this conversation the other day. Do they exhaust, or do they unengage? Hang on, I'm gonna remind myself of that, Crosshair. Investigate an enemy. Oh no, it's near the end of this. Just give me a quick second. Setting up, skill tests, enemy phase. Each ready engaged enemy make an attack. When an enemy attacks, blah blah blah. Okay. Upon completion of dealing the attack, exhaust the enemy. If an investigator is engaged with multiple enemies, blah blah blah. Oh, okay. After investigators resolve the attacks, return to the previous player window. Okay, no, my bad. So, oh right, this is like in Innsmouth. They don't every turn. They don't. Yeah. Anyway, yes. So my bad, Crosshair. Never mind. Don't listen to me. They exhaust. They do not disengage. They will re-engage me in the upkeep phase, which is where we are now. Hooray!
Yay!
Oh well. Look who decided to show up. This might actually be valuable here, I think. Excuse me. It's a good point, Flower. I don't think so. I mean, she's here to investigate, right? I've gained her trust, so now we're going to carry her through the scenario. Can't have anything happen to Alice Wolcott.
Yeah, no. Nothing bad ever happens to pretty white ladies.
Never at all. We go to 3 out of 5 Doom. There is one clue on the scenario reference card as the cleanup crew desperately tries to hide any wrongdoing here on the auction floor. 3 out of 5 Doom. I'm going to draw non-hidden Blood Moon. A supernatural offer of power in exchange for a small sacrifice of your vitality. Revelation, you must choose one. Take a direct damage and deal a damage to each ally you control. Draw 2 cards. Or take a direct horror. Well, like I just said, I can't possibly choose to trade Alice Wolcott for some money. Although, or some cards, rather. I do like cards. But I think I'm going to take the direct horror instead. Hoping maybe I can have a bit of that sody pop at some point. So I'll take a direct horror. A Blood Moon, there's a strange power in the air that Rex can't kind of shake. The feeling that these cleanup crew members are more than meets the eye.
Blood Moon is rising. Time for blood. Not secret.
Okay. It is, peril.
Peril.
Peril. Of course.
Field documents. You must choose one. Place one of your clues on the scenario. Can't. Lose 3 resources. Can't. Discard 2 cards. I guess I'm discarding 2 cards because well, I can choose one, but I believe we can't choose options that are not valid.
I feel like we've had this conversation, right? Like, if you choose to lose 3 resources, if you have resources to lose, you just don't have 3. And I can't remember, like, it will still change the game state. I feel like you could. I wonder if you want to, though.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, losing 1 resource, I just want to play by the rules, so I lose the 1 resource happily, but
Yeah, I'll quickly check because I know it'll be in the rules here. I don't remember what it would be under though. In rules, I'm sure it's around somewhere. I'll find it, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, it's not a cost, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure Arkham LCG fulfilling effects resources. I'll have to find it somewhere across here. I'm sorry. I know it's around. Yeah, it feels to me like you can. I'll leave it to you whether I'll say it's doable. The question is whether that's the choice you want to make.
816. If an investigator is instructed that he or she must choose among multiple options, the investigator is compelled to choose an option that has the potential to change the game state.
Nice. Yeah, which of course this would, right?
Yeah, unless we go for the Grim rule.
The Grim rule only comes into effect if players are unable to find the answer or are thus unable to continue playing the game, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
It's designed to keep the game moving when looking up the correct answer would be too time-consuming or inconvenient. Too late.
Yeah. So I lose a resource.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
Spoiled documents. So spoiled.
Yeah. Wendy basically drops some of the stuff that she was going to borrow.
Sorry, what was that? Embezzle.
Take to the museum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like she took those other things to the museum.
Yeah, it's like take 2 horror, but you can only take 1 horror or you'll die. Then you take 2 horror because that's the
right.
option.
Yeah. That's a good point because you can. You'll just die.
And if there's an option of discard 2 cards, and you only have 1 card, but it's the only option that you can choose, then you would discard the 1 card. So,
yeah, I think it's exactly right because it would still change the game state. You're still making a choice that alters the game state. But yeah, the difference, of course, as has been mentioned in chat, is like if it's a cost, action, discard 2 cards from your hand, win the scenario. You need the 2 cards to do, because then it's a cost. Okay. We're back around to the investigation phase. The cleanup crew is now trying to bodily drag Rex out of the auction floor. He's still looking for clues, damn it.
Yeah. Luckily, the cleanup crew is completely oblivious to the girl walking towards them with a blade in hand.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Get him.
If I may go first.
Yes, please get him.
Unless are we gonna do this turn and have a small break?
If you feel like we can get through it, that would be good for me.
Yeah, cool.
Sweet.
And Wendy is just gonna take a moment to eeny, meeny, miny, moe to choose which one goes first. And we are going to fight them.
Fight.
With the heroic blade, of course. Which is using agility, +1 skill value, +1 damage. So 7 against 2.
These guys do not stand a chance against Wendy, sword-drawn, track shoes wearing Adams. Bye. Oh, Underworld Market, sorry, as well. But but like keep this action. This is sorry. I need to remind us because it's a top of turn situation.
Yeah, and I can't do anything about it anyway.
Oh right, yes, you had no resources. That's right.
Yeah, so.
But you get to see them go by.
Yeah,
it's sad.
It'll be bad.
It's fine. All right, thanks for that. Oh, Rex is like,
Yeah.
kid, you saved me. There's blood everywhere. Oh my god.
Oh, I guess I did. Anyway, I guess I might be... You look like you're worse for wear. Have some soda.
Rex quirks an eyebrow. My mother always told me never to take drinks from strangers.
Still calling me a stranger after all we've been through. Ugh.
And he's like, oh, no, you know what? I guess you're right. But I don't even know your name.
Well, that seems like a you problem.
Oh, sorry, yes. Okay, sorry, yes, you spent the supply. I will heal a horror, and then I will test willpower 2. If I succeed, heal an additional horror. If I fail, I discard a card at random. And let's not bother boosting this. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. I will discard a card at random. No searching for the truth today. That's fine.
Yeah, Wendy takes back the flask after Rex nearly chokes on it.
I thought you said it was... He kind of like looks at her again, just like, what kind of soda do you drink?
It's a family recipe as she walks away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, reception seems nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot.
Yeah, because she knows that Rex has been around the proprietor's office and there's something to read there.
That's a good point. Good point.
She is looking for her cat after all.
After all, of course.
Hey, as fast action, so beautiful, conspicuously expensive first impressions, meant to impress even the wealthiest customer. So let's see what's written on the auction board. The friendly auction house is closed until further notice. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Huh, I wonder
Turn
why.
this card
Oh,
back.
right.
Yeah. Turn this card back over. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the fast action to turn over this card to read what is written on the auction board.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're in a loop. How many times do you do the loop?
Yeah, it's an infinite loop, so I could break the game right here.
I'm gonna go ahead and save the game, just in case.
Yeah, because it is a fast action, so I can take it after a fast action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could potentially forever keep looping this card. So
Yeah, I would just take my action in the meantime, just because Wendy is like, has wild amnesia when it comes to what's written on the board. Doesn't mean Rex does.
yeah.
Says me.
There's no such rule.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, there should be, I guess, but I don't.
Great scenario for a PvP game.
So rude. Rex shakily gets to his feet, noting this. Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, there's a card that has, like, for every action that you've taken this turn.
Yeah?
In one resource or something, 2 fast actions count towards that counter.
They do not, to my knowledge. I'd have to check because things like, shortcut says fast action, but it's a bold, it's like a move action, but you're not spending the... I think it's... I imagine it's probably action you spent, basically. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, fine.
Rex shakily gets to his feet and has watched Wendy kind of venture off out of the auction room. He once again shudders as he notes that the men who were attempting to bodily remove him are now lying almost exactly in amongst the chalk outlines of the people who were killed here just, I don't know, a couple of days ago. He meditates on the thought of death. Embrace a new truth. So well, unless Wendy's left a tarot card for him, I think this is perhaps a bit more conceptual for now. Maybe she has, though.
Yeah. Yeah, like leaning over him, like handing him a card before leaving. Like, maybe you should think about that.
He will think about it, a little frightened. I now have 5 intellect, so I will investigate the auction floor and try to get this last clue for us. I'm at 5 to 2. A skull, which is -1. Success. And then, as a last action... Oh, sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah. On the back of the card, it might read, like, property of Wendy Adams, take this and die.
Rex has managed to piece together a little bit more of not just, what happened here, because obviously he knows what happened here. There were bloody assaults, and then there were Wendy Adams coming in, or the girl came in and wiped the floor with these guys. Where did she even get that sword? He wonders aloud to himself. He's heading towards the proprietor's office. This is, of course, the place where the proprietor, I can't remember his name right now, he managed to have a good conversation with the guy to get into the warehouse in the first place, or to try to get into the warehouse in the first place. But if the cleanup crew is attempting to scrub all presence of their theft, they wouldn't necessarily be in the proprietor's office, would they?
Albert Henning.
Yeah.
The name of the proprietor, Albert Henning. I think
that's the other. Yeah, that was the guy I could have taken. Well, I don't remember. I agree with Flower. Sorry.
He was one of the guys that was in the first scenario. So.
I agree with Flower. It's definitely, it's not Rex's idea of a first date either. But, here they are. Alice and Rex venture down the hall. Again, heels kind of clacking against, echoing in the silence. Now that there are no longer, the cleanup crews seem to have completely vanished. The office door is made of heavy wood carved with floral patterns. A sign on the door says, staff only. Motherfucker. You see files, ledgers, addresses, and notes strewn about the desk and in cabinets around the room. Rex walks right into the room, barely taking the time to even think before opening the door. When proprietor's office is revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Cleanup Crew. Spawn it here, shuffle the encounter deck. The room is already filled with men who must have been working so silently that Rex didn't even notice. They all look up, and a couple of them, their hands move towards hidden holsters. Yeah, it's a spawn.
That's Rex for you.
Yeah. Well, Rex is like, God damn it, and then the fight breaks out. It is now the end of the investigation phase. The enemy phase begins, which means one clue goes to the scenario reference card from the proprietor's office. We're now at 2. There's so many. They're trying to clean up. They're trying to scrub everything. It is Flower. One of them rules of Arkham. I should have known. Rex is floored. What the hell are they trying to scrub from here? There should be no record of them anywhere in the auction house to begin with. What the hell is this? He barely has time to think as one of the men rushes towards him and starts clubbing him with a baton. I'm going to take a damage. I'm going to take a damage.
Meanwhile, Wendy just listening at the reception at all the commotion coming from proprietor's office, like, oh, he must have gone in there.
He should know better. This brings us to upkeep. Oh, lovely. That'll be nice. Later, I think. Excuse me.
Nice. That's
actually pretty soon, I think. What are we at? 3? Oh god, 3 clues out of 6. Oh. But if we can deal with this guy, maybe Rex can just kind of sneak a bunch of clues all at once. Maybe?
Cool.
Maybe not. We'll have to see. We go to 4 out of 5 Doom. Do we want to do Mythos first, Crosshair? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
See what we have to think about.
Exactly. Yeah, dig up, stupid. Right, Flower? We go to the Mythos phase. 4 out of 5 Doom. The cleanup crew, obviously, has been here for a long time. Things are already being scrubbed out of existence. And I'm going to draw Suspicion, which is an obstacle. Surge. Each enemy with the patrol keyword moves once towards its spawn location. If Cutter ends up in here, I am going to get him to take out this cleanup crew so hard. So Cutter moves back, like, Wendy maybe can spy Detective Cutter making his way back out of the viewing room towards the sound of the commotion in the proprietor's office. But this surges into a scene of the crime. Test Agility 3 to avoid detection. Well, like, obviously, okay. It's okay, Rex, it's okay. If you fail, you must either place a clue from the token pool on the scenario reference card or put a skull on your investigator card and move to the police station. Where's the fucking police station? Okay, well, it's not here, so maybe that's for later. Okay, well.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. All right, I guess I'm trying to avoid I mean, like, clearly Rex has not been able to avoid detection, but you never know. Maybe he will... Oh, actually, hang on. I could quick study to get +3. But I think I'd rather do that to try to get 2 clues from the proprietor's office. It's the coppers! Cheese! Cheese it! Exactly, Roger Twy.
Yeah, but you're 3 on 3, so...
Yeah. This is, I'd rather not get a skull token, so I think I will. I really hate that, because, like, we need 6 clues to advance the act, and we're already at the end of the agenda. Like, it's not looking good. But now I'm 6 to 3. Rix is a quick study. He maybe can at least avoid detection, if not from the cleanup crew, at least from the cops. He throws the door closed behind him. Oh. Well.
Well.
All right. I mean, a really quick study, apparently. Good. I have avoided detection successfully. Task failed successfully.
Meanwhile, Wendy at the reception just scratching the side of her face as she sees Detective Cutter heading to the proprietor's office. Oh no, look out.
Oh no, don't go in there. That's Arkham.
Oh no. Ah, spoiled documents.
More spoiled documents?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm losing a resource.
God damn it. No. No, Wendy's, I mean, she's got a lot of money out there already, so I get it.
Yeah. But it's back around to us.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You don't have to worry about the cleanup crew necessarily, because, well, I could also try to get some from reception.
Clues are good. Did we want to take a short break now? Is this a good time?
Yeah, this seems like a good thinking spot.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Folks, we're going to take a short break, as we often do on Doomed, as Rex tries desperately to avoid getting beaten to a bloody pulp in the proprietor's office. Wendy Adams with a sword, ready to come in and deal with the problem. Let's see if they can figure out what they need to figure out here in Arkham. We'll see you next time. Not next time. No. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you back in just a couple of minutes here on Doomed. Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome back to Doomed. Wonderful to have you all with us. Thank you to Blanky Cat. I did not understand what you meant, Blanky Cat. I didn't understand. I thought you meant on the art for Underworld Market. There was like a guy hiding in a barrel in the corner. Hiya! Hi, nerdy filmmaker. Welcome back. Wonderful to have you all with us. I will. Let's have a look. It's probably an attachment helper, right? No, it wouldn't be. No, it's not that. Okay, I will find it. In the barrel in the corner. Underworld Market Helper. Boom! So presumably, you just shove everything in there, and then it'll draw the top 2 cards every turn for you. Well, I'll see if Crosshair wants to use it. Oh, excellent. Okay. First and foremost, how is everybody doing out there in Chatland? Hope we're having a good time. I quite enjoy this campaign so far. I will say the sort of horror elements are pretty minimal so far. But, like, I think it's quite cool to sort of see a more, detective/mystery-oriented couple of scenarios. If not the rest, I presume the rest of the campaign's not going to be quite like that. The nerdy filmmaker just killed an act boss in Diablo before she had a chance to finish her opening animation. That is wild. Nerdy, you should tell folks about it. I presume this is the sorceress you showed me the other day? Guys, I haven't played Diablo 4. I haven't played it, but I really enjoyed, like a lot of folks, I really enjoyed Diablo 2 when I was playing it when I was younger. Diablo 3 didn't really interest me at all. I played a bit, but wasn't really for me. And Diablo 4 seems closer to 2, so maybe I'll jump in on that. But I was not prepared for the nerdy filmmaker's ability to just be like, okay, so I'm just gonna walk into this mob of enemies, and they're all dead. And then I'm gonna walk into this mob of they're already dead. Okay, so here's an act. Oh, I guess you're dead too. It's just ridiculous, eh, nerdy? I mean, I'm thrilled, but like, jeez Louise. What am I supposed to do with that? Welcome back, the Crosshair. Hello. We were just hearing a little bit about the nerdy filmmaker managed to create a super busted sorceress in Diablo 4 who just kind of walks in and just like annihilates act bosses before they even finish kind of like doing animations and stuff like that. Crazy town.
Yeah.
A good time.
Good old class cannon.
Crosshair, I didn't understand what Blanky Cat was saying at first, but I have now. This is apparently the Underworld Market Helper, which is, I think, like an attachment helper. I think if you put your deck in it, it will probably automate the process of drawing 2, and then it'll, like, put them back in. I don't exactly know how it works, but if you want to use it, I believe you can just stick your deck, so to speak, inside the helper, and it shouldn't randomize it or anything like that.
Yeah, but I get to choose which one goes to the bottom. I don't think this one does it.
But, well, this is specifically for Underworld Market, so I would hope it would work. Like, I would hope it works the way that it's supposed to. Yeah, I know.
I can try.
Yeah, I mean, I leave it to, if you want to. I just wanted to make sure that I understood what Blanky was saying, and now I've found it, so it's there for you if you want to use it.
There's a valid market deck inside the start reveal, draws the first 2 cards, swaps the position of the 2 revealed cards, finish, adds the remaining cards back into the helper.
Whoa. Sounds complicated.
If you hover over it, there's
it tells you how it works.
Yeah.
So reveal draws the first 2, swap, and then finish puts them back, presumably at the bottom. Then it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure which order it puts it back into the helper. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. I guess it depends on how they reveal them to you, but swap will, like, swap the, like, it must reveal them into you in some way that shows which one is first and which one is second, and then it'll put them back on the bottom in that order, first and then second. I'm not sure, but like if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. I'm just pointing out.
I'll try it at a later date.
Sounds good.
That's the way how it works.
Yeah, no, of course. We're back around. As we mentioned, Wendy is in reception watching the detective on the police force, kind of like, what the hell's going on in the proprietor's office? And Rex is in there getting his ass beaten as always. Getting ready to hopefully not just get completely murked here.
So we need 3 more clues.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
And 4 more clues.
Yes, I put 1 down to succeed at that test that I didn't end up. I didn't have to, but And of
Yeah,
course, the cleanup crew is going to keep stealing clues from us. So.
No, it won't. 2 actions and they're gone. But
Would you like to start then, if that's the plan?
Yeah, but can you get 4 clues?
I doubt it.
Can you get 3 clues?
I agree, Aragwen.
You might be able to get 3 clues.
Yeah. I hope so. I don't trust myself to, just given how things have been going for Mr. Murphy so far. But I think we should. I agree. I would like to try.
There's no victory here, so Wendy's just gonna stroll towards the commotion, like, here we go again.
This guy's getting into trouble all over the place.
Walks through the door, sees the cleanup crew passing on Rex again, and she walks through the door and possibly Rex's eyes wide open, like, uh-oh.
Now you're in for it, he says. Not to her, of course, but to the Alice Wolcott is just trying to get out of there. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, turns to Alice like, cover your eyes.
Protect your dress? Oh, sorry, she's wearing a trench. I forgot. She's wearing a trench coat. It's cool.
Yeah, because second action will be to stab.
Make it fab.
You know how this goes.
Yeah.
It's 7 against 2 attack with +1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 7 to 2.
Woof.
8 to 2. Okay.
I like to think
so
only a few of them die before the rest scramble to get the hell out of there, but maybe not.
Yeah. Wendy buries her blade into one of them and then pulls it slowly out and looks at the rest like, you can go now.
and they dash. Like, they've already managed to, they've cleaned up what they think is important, and it's not, I don't think it's worth their losing their lives over.
Yeah, and last action, I think I'll try to get the clue.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try to get a clue. It's oh right, it's a 4th round. I should have tried at the reception, but
okay. I'm happy to. Yeah, I guess you wanted to make sure that this fight went off as well, but
yeah.
Honestly, Blanky Cat, it's huge. Really, really huge. It's gonna be so sad if the cult steals it back from us.
3 against 4 is unlikely, but so is 4 against 4. Like, skulls are +2 already, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that's -1, so it's either 2 icons on the back or 4 icons in the back if I put an icon into this. It's not.
Yeah, the elder
really.
things are still 0 from what I can tell. The skulls are, I agree with you, the skulls are -2. Yeah, you'd have to be way over to succeed. But you have your ability as well, and...
Yeah, or I can just, since it's 3 against 4, I can just pull a elder sign or +1.
+1 would...
That's easy.
Elder sign won't help, I don't think, right? Because the amulet's not in play here.
Oh, right.
Not 0. Woof. It is another 0, which is nice.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I think I'll still put makeshift trap into this. Just to go 4 on 4.
Come on, Wendy.
We're not gonna do that.
I definitely don't want that.
So I'm gonna throw away truck shoes. And pull another one. Oh, it's better.
That's, live and learn, right? So to speak, not literally. All right.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, too bad, so sad.
Okay. Oh well.
Yep. Well, I mean, presumably Agenda 1 won't just, end us entirely. Is the hope. But Rex is going to, before any more of these guys show up. Look, Wendy may have a sword, but like, at some point they're going to start bringing greater and greater firepower. So he's going to hurriedly start just throwing drawers open. He's looking for anything that the proprietor may have written down. He's trying to figure out what the cleanup crews were trying to clean up in here. What is it about the proprietor's office's, what is it about the auction house's business that they wanted to find? I'm going to investigate.
Oh.
Yes?
Mind me saying something?
Please.
Shut up, Blue Jay.
You can hear it, eh? Oh, there it is. Oh, well, now it's mad at you, so now it's going to be really mad this whole time. Oh, God. Oh, well. What are you going to do? It's that season. I am going to investigate. I have captivating. I'm going to commit captivating discovery for an intellect icon, so I'm going to go 6 to 4 for this first attempt. Rex is just going to hurriedly and rushedly try to find as many things as he can before time runs out. 6 to 4. I mean, what's more Rex than this? Eh? Am I right? I think I'm right.
That's about right.
That's about right. Good. No clues for Rex. Let's try again. I'm now only 1 up. And maybe I will... We can't get the clues we need, so maybe I'll just play a card instead. But I'm going to go... Yeah, going 3 up seems safest, Flower, and yet, here we are. Oh, fuck, you're right, I don't want a goddamn... Oh, I don't want a cleanup crew here. Ugh. Well, yeah. And yet, I need to try. 5 to 4? Okay, a +1, which takes me up to 2 over, so I get 2 clues. Which is very nice.
Now do it again.
Yeah, once per round, unfortunately, on my ability. Which I wish I had another deduction or something. That would be great. So I'm 1 up for my last. Sorry, yeah.
It'll come down to it.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, it'll come down to missing 1 clue again.
Yeah. I mean, which happens. I mean, 1 got stolen from the auction floor by a crew. I chose 1 to drop 1, and so. But presumably it won't end our lives. I have to assume.
Yeah, and I played wrong because I should have taken the clue from reception, but fine.
Yeah, I think rather than try for another clue, I'm going to play Press Pass just to have it out. The reason for this is I think it's going to help us going forward. Rex comes across... he was not able to find May O'Brien's camera, but he does find, weirdly enough, his own press pass. May gave him one for this event, but he brought his own as well. He must have dropped it in the confusion, and now it's here in the proprietor's office. Evidence? Press pass is an asset that says after you spend 1 or more clues or place 1 or more clues on your location, you can then exhaust press pass to take an additional action during this turn or your next turn if it's not your turn. So that brings us to the end of the investigation phase. Tragically, no, not quite enough clues to advance the act. We haven't found quite enough evidence here at the auction house yet. In the enemy... Yeah,
typically in scenarios you won't be able to advance the act before the agenda advances anyway.
Yeah, I think that's one way to measure progress. It's if you've done the act before the agenda, that's good. I think is generally how that kind of goes. Detective Cutter hearing nothing coming from the proprietor's office anymore, muttering to himself, lighting up a cigarette, heads back towards the viewing room. And we go to upkeep, which will hopefully give us something good. Wow. Well, if I had gotten this sooner, this would have been better. But that's okay. It's fine for now.
No, it's something.
It's coming along, folks. It's all getting going. In the mythos phase, we do indeed go to 5 out of 5 doom. Oh, excuse me. And we advance to Agenda 1B, Cleanup Crew. Something dark is going on, and you're just starting to realize the extent of it when a sudden movement catches your eye. You turn and lock eyes with a hard-looking man in a brown leather jacket. He got a good look at you before he slips away. Uh-oh. Shuffle the Thrall's encounter set into the encounter deck, which I will find. These look like Thralls. Thralls. Agenda 2A. They know. If whoever is behind this didn't know you were onto them before, they do now. You feel a chill in your blood as you realize the level of violence they're willing to visit upon the people who stand between them and their mysterious goals. Do you think they're talking about the cults, or do you think they're talking about Wendy here? The level of violence that they're willing to visit upon people who stand between them and their mysterious goals. Time to take a stand. 6 Doom, there's the same free trigger. If a police is at the same location as a thrall or criminal, you can choose one of them to discard. And there's also a forced effect here. It's the same forced effect. If there are 5 clues on the scenario reference card, we go to resolution 3. No, it is the same one flower, yeah. But it didn't end our lives, which is great.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Also, Rex might be thinking that same thing about Wendy as well. Like, especially considering that the only blood that has been spilled is by Wendy.
Exactly. However, now that, Rex kind of turns back in alarm towards Wendy and Alice. Did you guys see that? The guy, it was just outside. We gotta get out of here. I'm gonna draw my encounter card here. Yeah, it would be. Did you guys see that? He turns back towards the door, and standing there is a different man, one with glowing eyes, ready to kill. This is the Thrall agent.
Yeah.
We've seen this guy before. 4 combat. He has 6 health and 3 evade. It could because he gets +2 health per investigator. He has Hunter and Retaliate. His eyes burned as though his very soul were aflame, possessed by unnatural vitality. And he has a siphon effect, so when damage is dealt at his location, his siphon effect heals a damage from him. So he feeds off of blood. Good. Good. Great for Rex. Really, really, really great.
Wendy just tilting her dagger to the side, like, didn't I meet your brother yesterday?
I mean, it might even be the same guy. We don't know. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Kultistov Uvash. Aloof. Any location, empty fable.
Okay.
Let's see what it does before we spawn. Treat Kultistov Uvash as though it is at every location for the purpose of the siphon ability below. Siphon, place 1 doom on Kultistov Uvash. Limit once per round. Well, Kultistov Uvash has doom on it. It loses aloof and gets +1 horror.
Okay. So for the purposes of siphoning, it is everywhere.
So we spawn it at the auction floor so that if Detective Cutter happens to go there.
Yep. Then we can end its life, which will be really nice. I agree, Crosshair. Good shout.
There's so much blood on the auction floor that the cultists are happily congregating there.
I don't know when, and Rex clearly didn't notice this shift, but like, obviously what's happened is the cleanup crews came in, they tried to do their business, they tried to scrub the auction house of any criminal involvement, and then at some point, being driven away by Wendy's sword, maybe, they've just completely been replaced, whole cloth, by some sort of blood cult. And I don't know why, and I don't know when, and I'm scared, and help me.
Nurgle?
Yeah, what is Nurgle? Is that like one of the Murlocs from World of Warcraft? Well, it's back around to us. Here in the proprietor's office, there's a horrible demon man who is willing to drink our blood.
I could go first and do what Wendy does best.
Thank you, Wendy. That would be really nice.
So Wendy is just gonna grab a stapler from the desk and toss it at the Thrall agent's head, like, "Hey, ugly,
get the hell over here! Yeah, come face a real fight."
Yeah, pick on someone smaller than you.
Yeah, someone with better tasting blood, probably.
Yeah, you seem delectable. Ew.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna just give him a little bit of a run as he starts chasing Wendy and try to evade it.
Seems good.
Oh, 6 against 3.
Not too bad.
Yeah, let's go with 3 up. We know how well 3 ups go in this game.
Yeah, I do. Oh, perfectly, in fact.
Yeah.
I like that he's gotten the runaround. That's nice.
Yeah, and while he stumbles, Wendy hops on a table and then back down and stabs him in the back. Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's 7 against 4. Well, 3 up. 3 up.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Oh,
save some of that for me.
You might want to take your girlfriend out of here.
Alice is like, how dare you? Not how dare you, but she's just in the corner of the room, hands on mouth, like, oh my god, why is there so much blood?
Yeah. Quite fairly is overstatement.
I agree with that. Underworld Market. I forgot.
Yeah.
It changed. Oh, maybe flower. This would have happened at the beginning of your turn. You can choose what to do with that information. I like the hidden pocket for the liquid current. That's just really cute. It's just really cute. Like, this is where I keep my sody pop.
Well, liquid courage doesn't use a hand slot.
Yeah, which is a bit odd.
The art. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit odd for that purpose.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the... Do I want to? No, I don't want to. Do I want to? Nah.
Yeah.
Let's save up.
Yeah, I have a feeling you might want to... Yeah, some money for other things. And you've already robbed the warehouse.
Yeah, shame.
Exactly, Flower. And, like, it's just, like, they're so strong, too, right? Like, it's kind of the whole... Anyway. Okay. Excellent. So, as Rex watches, again, with kind of both horror and... He's still impressed. As Wendy tries to, like, destroy this Thrall agent, this man who looks sort of vaguely inhuman. Rex doesn't know what the hell he's gotten himself into, but clearly this young woman knows her way around a sword, knows her way around blood, and I don't know. But let's see if we can maybe get some clues here. Rex has notes. Good. These are good notes. These are good notes to have. Research notes are an asset. This is obviously... Rex has been taking notes on the goings-on of this occult, the disappearances, etc., and maybe he can even use his notes to try to figure some things out. This is a card that gains evidence as you place clues on your location, and then you can test intellect to spend evidence to discover clues. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to use quick study and press pass. There's a whole little combo of things happening here, guys. Quick study places a clue on my location and gives me +3. Press pass will give me an action this turn, so I will take the action back from this investigation, and I'm now at 8-4, and I got some evidence on my notes. So Rex is continuing to sort of now not hunt through drawers anymore, but he's like looking up on high shelves. He's preparing to get the hell out of here, but maybe he can find something else before he does. So I'm at 8-4. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, not exactly, but... So I'll get 2 clues with Rex's ability. And then I don't...
You'll have 2 actions.
Yes, I do. You're right. I will use my free action, quote-unquote free action. I don't really want to spawn any more cleanup crews, because that's kind of scary. So I will use it to test intellect 0, and I can spend an evidence to discover a clue at my location. So I will... you know, you want to build up your research notes, but for now, let's just do this. Rex sort of sees a name that he recognizes in amongst the papers on the auctioneer's desk, and like frantically tries to remember. He goes into his little mind palace to try to remember, where have I heard that name before? So I'm testing 5-0. It's still good, because I'm only testing intellect 0, thank goodness. I will spend 1 evidence and get the last clue on this location. This brings us to 6, which is enough. But I still have an action left. So,
do we want to advance now, or?
It's a really good question. If it spawns some sort of horrible enemy, I'll never stop laughing. Because I could just we could do it next turn. I could run around and just whatever. But I'm curious, and you know how my curiosity usually comes back to bite me in the ass.
Yeah. And it's Rex we're talking about, so if something bad happens, we know who to blame.
Yes, this is correct. Ooh! Flower makes a really good point! After you spend clues, you can exhaust press pass to take an additional action. Oh! Ah! Okay. It's so it's so juicy, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move last action. So Rex runs out of the room dragging Alice, and he's like, I'll come back for you, I'm gonna find help. I don't think Wendy needs it.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Stab.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever you say, buddy. Okay, that brings us to the end of the investigation phase.
Please hurry. Stab.
Oh no. Oh, too bad, Miss Rich. I'm sorry. No spoilers, of course, but having streamed Dream Eaters, I will say the Dream Eater's final scenario is fucking wild and like really, really challenging for anyone, unless you tech for it. And if you don't know, then you don't know. But good luck on the Waking side. And this guy is aloof. Okay. Detective Cutter is already patrolled, so yeah, I think nothing happens in the enemy phase, thank goodness. And then upkeep. Oof.
In upkeep,
Dax.
Troll Agent comes back.
Yeah, and you're ready to destroy. Oh, well, okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. I cannot wait to know what the heck is going on there.
Well, it's kind of the perfect draw.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. Okay, Rex and Alice have escaped the confines of the proprietor's office. He is hoping to find maybe some sort of police officer to help with the monster that's assaulting attacking a child in the proprietor's office, but maybe that won't be necessary. We go to 1 out of 6 doom. And we draw our encounter cards. All right, come on, Rex. Dark Revelations. This is as Rex rushes back out into the reception hall, he has a brief moment where something strikes him that these blood cultists, there's a familiar face among them. He can't quite place it yet, but the familiar name from the desk triggers a memory for him. A revelation, if you will. I'm testing Will X. It is currently Act 1, so I'm testing Willpower 2. Cool. I will commit Press Pass for a Willpower icon. So I'm going 4 to 2. Success. Nice. Okay, cool. The revelation stops him in his tracks, but it is okay. He still has time to fix what he's done. Nice, eh, Flower?
And while Wendy is dancing with the troll agents, it's troll muscle. Well, of course it is, because
the guy in the leather jacket has returned for Rex, but finds instead a young woman with a sword, adequately defeating some sort of vampire guy. Yikes.
Oh, hello boys, I'll be with you in a moment.
Yeah. Alright. Comes around back to the investigation phase. If I might suggest, I will advance the act to start. If that works for you. It can be done freely outside of our turns.
Yeah.
So we can still decide who goes first after this, but I will spend 6 clues, and I will exhaust Press Pass to give me 4 actions on my turn whenever it arrives. Let's have a look here. So, Rex has exited the room. Wendy's trapped with a number of different people. Multiple leads. Your intuition was right! Okay, Rex. You catch a man in a suit shoveling papers into a deep briefcase, while another rifles through folders in a file cabinet. I mean, we've already done this. We've seen this happen, all right? You handle the cleanup crew and search through the documents in the briefcase. Now, this has already happened. But now Rex is, taking the time to examine these documents. It doesn't appear they were very discriminating. The papers contain auction registrations, pre-auction inquiries, and valet receipts. The information includes shipping and lodging addresses. There's also a set of keys to a motorcycle you saw parked just outside. Sheesh. At least you have some leads. Perhaps you can find something more at the scenes of the recent disappearances. Put the following locations into play. Arkham Advertiser, Downtown, Excelsior Hotel, Merchant District, Miskatonic University, a fucking ton of locations. Aha! Crosshair, watch out, I'm hitting place. Huh! Whoa! Whoa!
Okay.
Oh,
This reminds me of a certain Northern Frosty adventure.
those sons of guns. Look how big this map is! What the hell? Oh, so now reception leads out into the Merchant District. That's cute. My god.
Yeah, back alley to North Town. Then there's Arkham Advertiser, Excelsior Hotel, Downtown, Police Station, Orphanage,
The
River
orphanage.
Town,
And the university.
and of course, yeah.
See you soon, Flower.
Okay.
We've got Drew Crew on in an hour and a half as well. Hope to see you soon. Wow, that is a lot of locations. So I guess the whole city is now, we're looking for, Rex is hoping to track down the leads at the orphanage, maybe the disappearance at the Excelsior. If Detective Cutter is not in the victory display, remove him from the game. Okay. Sorry, Detective. Select one of the set-aside Arkham Police at random and spawn it. Shuffle the rest into the encounter deck. I will look for these guys. That says Arkham Police. There's one, and I will shuffle the rest into the deck. What does this guy do? Huh! Spawn! Police station! No shit. Okay, let's have a look. Sorry. So the Arkham Police, he's a 3/2/2 policeman. He spawns at the police station, but he's going to reception. So obviously he's been called to the scene of new, fresh murders, obviously. Forced. When this enemy would deal damage and you do not have a skull on your investigator card, instead of taking damage, place a skull token on your investigator card, exhaust and disengage Arkham Police, and move to the police station for questioning. Forced. If you attack Arkham Police, place a skull token on your investigator card once per investigator. Action. Parley. Test Will 2. If you succeed, evade this enemy. So, the dispatch, I guess, the police have now seen enough to or Detective Cutter, I guess, has seen enough to warrant some backup at the auction house. So they're heading this way. So yeah, if you attack him, they get suspicious of you, obviously. If they would deal damage to you, instead of doing it, they become suspicious and they ship you off to the jail for questioning.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's patrolling towards
If you
us.
attack them.
Yes, if you attack them, correct.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Not if you defeat them.
Mm-hmm. Any investigator may take control of the set-aside motorcycle. Story asset. Let's have a look at it and tell me why Wendy Adams should be on a fucking motorcycle. All right, let's talk. 4 wheels move the body, 2 wheels move the soul. Unbelievable. The motorcycle is a null-costed asset with 2 health and 1 sanity for some reason. It's a free trigger during your turn. If you are not engaged with any enemies, exhaust motorcycle, move to a connecting Arkham Streets location. If motorcycle leaves play, remove it from the game. Wow.
Yeah, it's the middle locations, the 4.
Aha, okay, yes, the streets are in the... Okay, cool. So you can... if you're not engaged with enemies, motorcycle will freely move you to a connecting Arkham Streets location. So it drives you around fast. That's nice.
Yeah. Rex with Alice on the back is a mental image, of course.
That's so
as
good.
Rex races 40, but so is Wendy coming out of the estate and saying like, "Oh, that's nice."
It's true too. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, track shoes also would kind of like she could motorcycle track shoes and just like zip around, you know? I mean, potentially. Because I think it's after you move, right?
Yeah,
so,
you don't need like enemies to use it.
If you know, it's a bonus that you can use it to run past people if you want to.
Look, basically, it would be better on you because you don't have a free move. But I do.
They're good images too. If you're okay with it, I'll sneak the motorcycle this time around.
Yeah, well, you did find the keys already.
That's a good point. It's a good point. And you know, as you pointed out, having Alice Wolcott on the back of a bike is, I think Rex is looking a lot cooler than he thinks.
Yeah,
or a lot cooler than he feels.
Especially with the mustache.
With the mustache, of course. Let's have a look at Act 2A. Connect the dots. You have some leads, but you need to narrow things down if you hope to discover what is happening before it's too late. Whoever is behind this is covering their tracks. Surprise, surprise. There is not a moment to lose if you hope to find them in time. Objective. If the investigators have identified a suspect, spend the requisite number of clues, 8, as a group to advance. That's a lot of clues.
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh, we got a lot to do. Okay. So there's a number of crime scenes, like not the police station, the orphanage, some people went missing, the Excelsior people went missing, the Arkham Advertiser is probably where Rex would go first to try to might get him some info and then it would allow him to hunt people down at whatever.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, sorry, so that was advancing the act. We're back around. We can still each take our turns, which is nice.
Yeah. I don't mind going first.
Especially
because you're probably going to leave.
Yeah. I think Rex is
They
gonna.
always do.
Sorry. He's gonna try to like scoop up some, like find some information, maybe zip off to the advertiser, or maybe start tracking down leads at the hotel and the orphanage. So anyway, all potentially true. But yeah, I think
Doing his Rex thing.
yeah.
And
Sorry,
Wendy
Wendy.
still hasn't found her cat. So
Oh no! Still? That's so tragic.
first things first. There we go.
Aha! Of course, yes.
Ooh. Play an item asset.
Are these humanoid enemies? Yeah, they are. Good. Just checking.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll take that. Might come in handy here.
If you have items that you can, take off of them, ooh, so to speak, it might be very nice.
Let's just. Wendy's coming up with a plan.
I like it.
Oh, Wendy looks at the the trial agent, the trial muscle, and here's for some reason a motorcycle revving up outside. Like, oh yeah, figures.
Yeah, he would.
And jumps over the table to evade the trial agent as she goes towards the trial muscle. Instead of running away like, oh no, somebody help me, I'm just a poor little girl. But yeah, let's start by evading the trial agent.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Retaliate doesn't trigger on evade.
No, it does not. You're right. Yeah. This is very nice. Very nice for the purposes of Wendy's abilities here. It's very good. Very nice.
Yeah. So that's a 6 on 3. Yeah. Yeah. 3 up.
Woo! All right. Not pole vaulting, just vaulting over him, I guess, heading towards these guys. These fucking assholes.
Oh, right. But that's a success of 0.
Correct.
Oh well.
Oh well, for now. There's also these guys, but
yeah. But I was thinking of stab.
Yeah. If you can handle them, even better.
Yeah. So basically, Wendy jumps over the table towards the trial muscle with her blade drawn, like, I'll get back to you in a moment. Towards the trial. And in a flurry of blade slashes, goes towards the muscle, which is 7 against 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's 2 damage.
So the trial. Oh. Fuck. Right. I thought they had 2 health.
Darn.
Well, it's too late to do it now.
No.
So.
It's a bit of an awkward health amount, I suppose.
I could also evade them and do stuff next turn.
That's true. If you manage to evade them quite successfully, you could also potentially take something off them. I don't know what Wendy could find, but it could happen.
Oh, true.
If.
Let's do a 6 against 2 evade then.
All right.
Because none of them are going to attack straight away, so yeah.
Nice.
7 against 2, a little bit of a stabby action, and then jumping over the table towards the agent again, like it's back and forth.
Just back and forth. Yeah, it's like a tennis match, but it's just her and a sword and these guys.
Yeah. So, 6 against 2.
Okay.
-1, that's 5, so that's 3 up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So now we play. I'll take that.
I'll take that off of you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, basically doing like a flip over one of the people and going through their pockets while she does.
Yeah. Yoink.
Oh, so that's where I left it.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, free, fast. It gains illicit for whatever that's worth when I'll take that attaches to... Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. This guy also has a skull for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna... Oh, my God. Yeah, Wendy's gonna be blooded up the wazoo. Gross. Sorry, that's not what I meant.
But yeah, that's it.
Absolutely divine. Rex is, in fact, kind of hears like crashing coming from the thing, and Alice is like, shouldn't we go back for her? And he's like, no, we're going to return with help. We're going to get help. We're going to make sure that, she's got everything that she needs. She's a resourceful kid. She'll find her way out of there.
Yeah, or more like, there's like 7 people there. Yeah, and her.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, yeah, well,
she'll be okay.
Fine. I'm going to use my press pass action to investigate. I need clues, so I will see if maybe reception has any information for me. I'm at 5 to 2. I'm just going to zip along there. -2. Okay, so I get 1 clue. It's a bit sad. Let's do it again. I would like clues, please. So I will go 5 to 2 one more time. Okay, -2. Great. Rex, a little rough, but it's just a slow start. Rex manages to... Sorry.
Yeah, Merchant Street is a Arkham Street location.
I like this. Rex manages to find a couple of like the record of guests who came in through the front. Obviously, this won't include any cultists, but it might include some names he hasn't seen before. He's going to take those down, write his notes, and then, using the keys he found, he's going to hop on an old rickety-ass motorbike and extend his hand towards Alice Wolcott. Want to go for a ride? He hopes it sounds cool. I'm going to exhaust the motorbike and vroom vroom into the Merchant District. The commercial center of Arkham, the Merchant District, is bustling at all hours. There's lots of ways to earn an honest buck in Arkham, and even more ways to earn a dishonest one. Oh dear. If you end your turn here, gain a resource. Well, that's a bit of a trap, though, because I kind of want to do stuff.
Yeah,
bad,
true.
Though. So Miskatonic University is one of the crime scenes. I can't remember what happened there. Maybe they stole stuff? I'm gonna open... yeah, can't remember.
The curator or... no, the secretary or the bellboy or someone was at the hotel, then a couple of kids at the orphanage, and university, I think, was the curator lady. You're
100% right. Yeah, Crosshare, you're right. Lydia Mikhailov never reported back, basically. Wendy spoke to her, and she was so put off, she fled the country. I kid. I kid. I am going to, just because I'm that guy, I have a motorbike. It's not crazy. I'm going to head north, though. Would Rex pursue a lead right away, or would he go for, like, notes? I don't know. I still have 2 actions, so if I go somewhere that's really bad, I can get out of there. Rex kind of turns around and asks Alice her opinion, like, where should we start our hunt? She's like, well, there's been disappearances everywhere, but the most high-profile disappearance is Lydia. And he's like, to the university it is! Miskatonic University is one of the most prestigious colleges in the Northeast. The university library is famous for its collection of occult books. 3 shroud, 2 clues. This location has -2 shroud if Albert Hennig or an investigator with the Miskatonic trait is here. That's not me, eh? No, that's tragic. All right. Free trigger. If there are no clues on Miskatonic University, search the office of Lydia Mikhailov. Spawn the set-aside Harold Candleman at this location. Group limit once per game. But there are clues, so I'm going to try to discover them. I have 5 intellect. I really don't want to spawn a cleanup crew. That'd be like super bad. Because they keep spawning, right? I'm actually just going to draw a card. It's a little boring, but I am. Yeah, I'm going to draw a card. Because, yeah, next turn I could do like a little quick study, press pass, research notes, business, and that might help. Okay. Rex is ready to start his hunt at the university, hoping to search the offices of Miss Mikhailov, see if there's any hint of where she went. But yeah, enemy phase. Oi, what you doing over there? He's patrolling towards the reception. The auction house. Rex has managed to hunt down his... he's on his way to his first lead. Wendy is still stuck in the proprietor's office in close quarters with a number of people who wish to kill her. Maim her. But that brings us to upkeep. Where we draw... we draw cards. We ready all of our cards, draw a card, gain a resource. Here comes a whole bunch of enemies for you, Crosshare. I'm so sorry. Here they are.
Yeah, but... Oh, well.
Oh, well, for them, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. So then, we're back into the mythos phase. 2 out of 6 doom. I think we're okay. They've stolen some evidence that we need, but at least Rex is now back on the case. Let's see if he encounters any real trouble here at the university. Oh, it's some more revelations. Dark revelations. Alice Wolcott, like a shadow, kind of crosses over her face as she realizes and sort of goes towards Rex. What if, what if they're not, the disappearances are linked to this group, and so far all we know about them is that they've been trying to take a number of specific items, a dagger, a chalice. What if they are planning to sacrifice people, Test will X. X is the current act number +1, so I'm testing 3 to 3. I'll commit this quick study to go 4 to 3. Woof. Yeah. That's Rex for you. For each point you fail by, take a horror. I mean, I'd
3 horror.
3, yeah. This is gonna be a little... I'm gonna put them all on me. The chill, the icy blood that runs through Rex's veins as he realizes he and Alice, and I guess Wendy, are the only things standing between a number of innocent people and potential sacrifice.
Funnily enough, Crimson Veil and Motorcycle have a horror as well.
I know. I don't want to lose them. Ugh. I think I'm gonna keep them around as long as I can. I know I'm kind of like, it's a little scary, but I've still got 4 sanity remaining, so, and maybe a little sip of soda. Will help me out at some point.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Sorry, she doesn't have a gun, but I'll be with you in just a second.
While the proprietor's office windows get painted more a hue of red than before.
Oh my gosh. Okay, alright.
More troll muscle just pile into the room like, what's the commotion here?
It's getting insane. We hope Wendy has... Oh god. We hope Wendy can deal with this. Look, I'm not saying Rex is being selfish, but I am saying if he knew how many horrible, thugs were in there. In The Matrix when, all the Smiths show up in the courtyard and they just keep, piling in?
Yeah,
I guess The Matrix
except
Reloaded.
that this time it's just one young girl in a corner like, okay, this is getting a bit ridiculous.
Right, if I have to, I guess I can go out by the window. Shing! You know, like just just ready to do it. We come back around to the investigation phase. I should ask here, Crosshair, do we want to do this next turn? Excuse me. Do we want to pause here, given the amount of enemies that are getting ready to attack Wendy, or do we want to take another turn and you can, start cleaning them up?
I think we have time to do one more round.
I agree. Cool.
Let's see what. I think I'll start.
Yeah, I'll point out Underworld Market, of course, as well, just because I need to remind myself as well about these sorts of things. And maybe... Oh, we're back. I see we're back here.
These guys would have been nice earlier.
Yeah, I agree.
So... I think these just go back. For now.
Perf.
Right. Who's first?
No one seems particularly excited to go first, as it were.
Yeah. So... They don't have resources on them yet, so... Eeny, meeny, miny, you. And Wendy just lunges at the middle troll muscles that she was already poking at with the heroic blade. So that's a 7 against 2 again.
3, just because you're fighting. But yeah, I think that's still fine.
Oh, yeah, 7 against 3.
No big deal.
Yep.
Hey.
So, a couple of them fall to the ground.
As the fights
And
continue. Oh, yeah.
Gilda's skull gets...
Blood for the
blood god. Then the troll agent almost grabs Wendy, but Wendy's gonna try to evade.
Mm-hmm.
Do I take a hit?
The only question about that is that, yes, like, if you take a hit and take damage, the siphons will go off for everything, which maybe is okay, but I wonder about that.
So, we're just gonna try to evade the troll agent then. I'm just thinking... Next turn I'll have that and that. Yeah. So, just an evade on the troll agent. Is 3 up gonna be enough?
That's a good question.
Well, let's see.
Oh yeah, right, you're Wendy
3
Adams.
up.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, so second action, evade the troll agent. 3 up.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough. The fight continues. And then we're going to go 6 against 2 on the troll muscle. Evade.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It's tricky how many, like, kind of big beefy people there are here, but at least, Wendy has the option always of, like, evade, run, right, if she needs to, but I imagine she won't.
I have other options. Not quite yet, but...
Right. Yeah, pretty cool, though. I am going to... I love this, but I think I just need to make some more progress. Meanwhile, over at the university, Rex knows the university quite well, but he and Alice are basically hunting for Lydia's office while trying to avoid too many questions from people. If there are no clues, search the office. Okay, yeah, so I need to get these clues. I'm going to keep quick study for what might have to happen later. I'm just going to investigate at 5 to 3. Oh, fuck. 6 to 3. Nice. That's perfect, Rex. Excellent work. Good job, buddy. It's a clear shot, or a straight shot straight to Lydia Mikhailov's office. No security bothered them. They're able to basically just sneak past. I just committed that for an icon. We get both clues. And now, here we go. This is where it's going to get exciting, I hope. Free trigger. Search the office of Lydia Mikhailov. Spawn the set-aside Harold Candleman at this location. Rex makes his way in and finds the door unlocked. And either inside or just outside? I don't know. Harold Candleman, the graduate assistant. 212. Aloof! Parley. Test Intellect 3 to provide enough detailed evidence to Harold Candleman that he agrees to help you. If you control Albert Hennig, this test is fast and automatically successful. Damn it. I should have taken the guy. No, it's good. If you succeed, turn this card over and read the other side. Forced. If Harold Candleman is defeated, place a skull token on your investigator card, turn this card over and read the other side. So, you could, just he's not a tough guy. He's obviously this man happened to be cleaning up in Lydia's office, her assistant, a graduate assistant. He looks at both Rex and Alice with wide eyes. What are you guys doing here? And Rex attempts to explain sort of what's going on, basically. I'm at 5 to 3 on this parley test. I think I will just test it. I could quick study. Get my research notes. No, it's fine. It's fine. 5 to 3. Cultists, -2. So success. Move the nearest ready, unengaged enemy with patrol once towards its spawn location. Patrol. I think that's just the cop.
But is it an enemy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an enemy. Yeah.
Okay. Once towards its spawn location. So I guess maybe he forgot his coffee.
Yeah.
Ventures back. I mean, this is all unbeknownst to Rex, of course, who manages to speak eloquently enough that Harold nods and will he believes them right away. They're looking into Lydia's disappearance. What happened to her? I'm going to go ahead and... Well, he agrees to help, so I'm going to read the other side of this card. If you parlayed successfully, Harold is holding a recent photograph of Lydia Mikhailov from an event just prior to the auction. The way he talks about her, it's apparent that he's in love with her. I mean, who isn't? You convince him of your motives, and he helps you search the office. Gain 2 clues from the supply. From the supply? That's great. Okay. If you defeated Harold Candleman, regardless, you find Lydia's correspondence with the foreign collector Nicolae Dragonescu. Obviously, Rex doesn't know that. He recognizes the name as one of the guys who was at the auction, but he never met the guy. Wendy, of course, did. She implies that the artifacts from Conrad von Schreiber estate may have once belonged to his family in Romania, and she entreats him to journey to Arkham. You shuffle through the papers and recognize an associate of Dragonescu, Ivan Botezatu. It's hard to read. It seems he is a mentor who traveled with Dragonescu. His name has come up associated with other leads on your list. Put a set-aside... Okay, so one of the set-aside tokens is an elder thing. As evidence, in the victory display. Put this card in the victory display, story side up.
So basically, it can go above this one.
Goes there, and then that goes there. Okay, so that now means elder things are -1s because there's now an elder. There's a evidence token, but that's okay. I think that's
right,
okay.
that's right.
And Mr. Rexaroo here. I have my motorbike. So Rex and Harold search the office, and as noted, they come across correspondence between Lydia and Nicolae Dragonescu. Some of these artifacts belonged to his family. Was Nicolae there to bid on artifacts that belonged to his family, or was he there to oversee something? A new lead has appeared, and perhaps that will be enough for Rex to get where he needs to go. I'm going to move to Rivertown with the motorcycle. Vroom vroom.
Just a quick question. You didn't take any damage after the cultist of Uvash was spawned, right?
I haven't taken any damage since earlier in the scenario. So we're good.
Cool.
Oh, yes, for the... Yeah. Oh, God, you're right. Because it siphons from everywhere. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're safe for now. The banks of the Miskatonic River are lined with docks, warehouses, and small shops in a district aptly named Rivertown. Oh, God. Oh, Rex should have known better than to go here. Bad things always seem to happen in Rivertown. Oh, God. Sorry, Crosshair. When Rivertown is revealed... I'm putting on more music in the meantime. Add 4 curse tokens to the Chaos Bag. 2 per investigators. That's 4. Ignore this effect if lucky coin is in play under the control of any investigator. Let me tell you, if I had it, it would be. That is tragic. And I have one more action. There's no clues here, so... And I don't want to move downtown. I could move to the orphanage, where there's another lead to track down. Or
you could investigate and take all of the curse tokens out of the bag.
How would I do that?
If you investigate.
Oh, I see! Yeah. I see what you mean. And actually, you know what? I don't have any, like, good effects or anything, but you do make a good point that, at the very least, if I investigate, I can... Oh, hang on. Crosshair. It's a little unorthodox, but I am going to investigate this location. I'm going to quick study, which fires press pass, which fires research notes. So even if I draw some curse tokens, I might still succeed. And I get an evidence on my notes. So he's asking around in Rivertown, and I still have an action left from press pass, which is pretty cool. I can use this action to investigate again and hopefully clear more curses out of the bag. So we go 5 to 2. Okay, well, no. All right, well, I'll take the clue back. That's fine. But I have another action now, and I know it sounds crazy, but I agree with you that, like, if I can get them out of the bag for you, then that'll help you on future turns. So I'll go 5 to 2 and hopefully draw a bunch of curses. Okay, well, Rex is apparently too good at his job.
Yeah. When Rex needs to be unlucky, he isn't because he's unlucky.
That's exactly how luck works, right? He's just sitting there being like, damn it, okay, well, you know what, maybe if I can, like, screw the... Oh, apparently bad things always happen in Rivertown, but, like, nothing bad has happened to me tonight. Right, Alice? Alice? She's missing. And that brings us to the end of the investigation phase, which means I'm going to suggest we do a whole round to get back to the top of the investigation phase again, and we'll call it a day, so I can have some lunch before Drew Crew. Enemy phase. We have the police officer with his fresh coffee and donut heading out back into downtown towards reception. Upkeep brings a couple enemies back to Wendy, which is a little scary, unfortunately.
Yes, I'm very tired trolls.
Very tired. They're tuckered out, practically. We upkeep, which is nice.
Oh, so nice.
Man, I really should have... I wish I had drawn some of those curses out. Maybe you won't hit them either, though.
Yeah, I have a lot of nice stuff in hand, but I can't use any of it because...
Oh, because of the enemies. We go to 3 out of...
But I'm making space.
Which I appreciate. I mean, not the meta narrative, but, like, mechanically, yeah, you are making sure that Rex doesn't have to worry about these thralls kind of like hunting him down throughout the city, which I really appreciate. At least for now.
Yeah, and also Wendy was going to the estate anyway. She wasn't interested in the story, so...
It's a really good point. She's like, you know, maybe at some point she'll find out, oh, like one of the missing people is a friend of hers or someone she knows or whatever. But for now, yeah, she was just here to, get some stuff and find her cat, right? So...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a party, so she stayed.
A big party. We go to 3 out of 6 Doom. We're still waiting on cops to show up to take out some of the thralls if they need to. But there are none yet. Rex is in Rivertown, where apparently bad stuff always happens. Surge. Oh yeah, suspicion, right? Each enemy with patrol moves towards its spawn location. Okay, so the cop is like, oh no, I also forgot my badge. And he goes back. It surges
Worst
into...
cop ever.
Yeah, worst cop ever. Here we go. This is... Okay. Cleanup crew. Obviously, Rex notices out at the corner of his eye a couple of men, head down, hats on, carrying briefcases much like the ones on the guys at the auction house. Spawns at the location nearest you with clues.
No clues, so...
Huh. Oh, okay, great. So, the location with the most clues.
Yeah, so it's any location.
Right, because it doesn't... Yeah, it's just... I would have to choose the location with the most clues nearest to me, but there are no clues anywhere near me, so I'm going to choose to slap him...
But...
Yes?
If... Does the nearest to you still apply?
Well, that's my question, too, because it says... Yeah, that's a good question. Because, like... I mean, I wonder if the Grim rule here is just literally... Yes, because it says nearest to you, but it says the location with the most clues, and I can choose amongst all locations.
Yeah, the spawn is the location with the most clues, but the parentheses is nearest to you location with the most clues.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see, and since there's 0 everywhere.
Yeah, I guess it just spawns anywhere.
It's a bit funky, isn't it? That's... I mean, I think for the... Maybe I'll put it on me, maybe just for the purposes of, like... You know... Just for the purposes of...
Grim rule. Story-wise, it makes sense.
Exactly, story-wise. Yeah. They've tracked him from the Miskatonic University into Rivertown, and Rex is like, bad stuff always happens in Rivertown. Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
Let's see if Wendy gets more company, because this room wasn't crowded with enough bodies yet.
Please no. Oh my god. Well, I guess so.
But... Oh, right. If there are no clues on this location and cleanup crew is unengaged, shuffle cleanup crew into the encounter deck. But I think that's at the start of the enemy phase anyway.
Yeah, if you were to evade them, they would be unengaged.
Yeah.
If you were to, I mean, you can also just take their heads off and stuff, right? Okay, so it is in fact getting a lot more crowded in there. They obviously waited, like, in my mind, this cleanup crew was waiting out front for the thralls to, like, finish up with everyone inside. And they're like, okay, it's been 20-25 minutes, like, it's probably fine. They head in, the kid's still, like, just kicking ass in there. Oh my god.
Yeah, stepping, jumping over the table, and stops for a moment to pull out her blade from one of the guys and looks at the cleanup crew like, you're early.
Yeah, deal with this. And in fact, I am very excited to continue, but I have to call it here at least, because it's... You know, we've got another stream, and... Oh man, it'd be really... I wish Wendy just had like a big bunch of dynamite or something that fucking blow everything up.
3 is still doable.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be nice if she could just kind of take them all out, but it's still pretty good.
Because cleanup crew will be going away if I can evade them, but...
And then it's sort of an action spent for for that business yet.
Yeah.
However, that brings us to the end of our stream for today. This has been Feast of Flesh. What's it called? Feast of Flesh, Part 1. It's in the can. Hooray! Thanks, Nerdy Filmmaker. Yeah, I'm really liking this scenario. I hate how big this map is, but I'm enjoying the emergent storyline of Alice and Rex together exploring, trying to solve the mystery, and Wendy just kicking some ass in the auction house.
The auction house is full of bodies and blood.
It's a absolute bloody terror in there for sure. So that's where we're at. Thank you all so much for joining us. As Crosshair's already posted, you can join us for Drew Crew in 45 minutes time over on Elizabeth's channel. Thank you, Blanky Cat. I agree. And then tomorrow we've got Montreal by Moonlight at the new late time, for now, 1800 Eastern. Sorry for the cops, they're coming for me. I believe Elizabeth's already posted in her channel that Punchy Book Club is on hiatus for now. But news will, of course, be in the Discord when there's news to be had. I cannot wait to come back to this, Crosshair. I really can't.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So that's it for us for now. We're looking for suspects. We're looking for people to beat down and kill. Hope you can join us on Drew Crew. Crosshair, I want to thank you. It's always a blast to game and play and see Wendy pull things out of her butt.
Proverbial butt, yeah.
Exactly. I think that's it. So I guess that's all we have to say, and we're gonna see y'all next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.
Bye.